years after his life.
Alright.
Is our voices too loud for you?
No, I mean, I told you this game has it very bad when it comes to the voice chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. It sounds terrible.
Yeah. Alright, the live.
Oh, there we go. Your live just popped.
Cool.
Make sure it comes up on my phone. There you are.
And
Yay!
On your end, can you hear all three of us from the chat? Like, from the live chat? You can hear all three of us?
I will turn up the chat, the YouTube channel if no one hops into the chat quickly, and we can test whether we can be heard. Oh, Rose is here. Someone can hear us. Can you hear us, Rose?
Hello, Rose. Just make sure we got everything.
LowSpec saying hello to us as well. Hi, LowSpec.
Hello.
He's like, yes, we can hear. You can hear us because you're in the chat, LowSpec. Or can you actually hear it from YouTube?
Yeah, I'm actually listening to I open my YouTube right now, and I can listen to you guys.
Oh, sweet. So you can hear us. Sweet. Hi, David.
I do have the chat also like popping up on my PlayStation console, so while you're reading it, I'm like saying hello as well because I can see it.
Yeah.
Shadow mom.
David's lovely.
It is. Alright, so I just want to say hello everyone to who joined, and thank you for joining us live. In today's live, I have with me Shattered Shadow at that girl from AU and LowSpec as well. I will put their links to their channels in the description of this live after we're done, or if you guys would like to, you can throw your YouTubes in the chat as well. And today we're going to try to do it a little differently. Usually I go live on the US side because I do main the US server, but I did want to bring it to the EU end just to give EU some love on my end of my channel. Now that I'm on the side and try to give it that, even Steven love for whoever's a subscriber that's on the EU side. So if you would like to join us at play, or if you play EU and you would like to join us, you're more than welcome. Throughout this movie review, we are going to be leveling up my tune and as well as LowSpecs. So if you are interested, or if you have a tune that is like 19, 20, whatever the case may be, in our level range, you are welcome to join us.
Yeah, and if you have a different mentor, they can share mission with you. So
Yeah.
just so you know, so you should still level up with them.
I think Rose, she told she can't hear our voices.
Oh yeah, Rose said Shadow is good, other voices not clear. That's funny that I'm the one that sounds good on your channel, Superman.
Right.
normally I sound bad, yeah.
What did you do, Superman?
Yeah,
I think I just also have a high-pitched voice, so sometimes it's a bit easier to hear it because of that.
Let me. Could be my headset.
Hey, don't be hitting Superman! That's so mean, Steel!
Hello,
I'm fixing the issue.
Oh, did it work?
Is it good now? Am I good now?
Rose, if you could let us know if that's better, that would be good. Oh, and my mum is here. There we go. Hi, Mum.
Hello. Hello, Shadow's mom. Hello.
She follows me everywhere. Aw, you're so nice to my mum. Thank you so much.
Yeah, voices are good. I hope everything's good before we decide to continue to talk about the movie.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna do what Multi does. If you can hear me specifically, say yes. If you can hear me good enough, say yes. I know you can hear the other two, so I'm just making sure I'm good myself. Still only Shadow clear. Weird.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why that's the case. Normally, the person who's creating the live is the one who's clear.
Yeah.
LowSpec. Boo, Superman. Yeah, it is. I think also you have a low voice though, which is very nice, by the way. But it means that higher pitched is heard a little easier, which is my voice. Maybe that's what it is.
Let me. I need to be louder. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can hear me also?
Yeah, I believe they could hear you. I don't know if you were needing to be louder though. I think I was the only one who was very, very clear to be heard, but I think that's because I'm so high pitched.
Hello, Shadow's mom. It could be my headset as well. Sometimes my headset likes to mess around and be on volume kind of thing. If I have my volume at a certain level, my voice gets to that same level. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
Thank you, Shadow's mom. Good day to you as well.
This is LowSpec's voice, Mum! I told her yesterday I was kind of excited because I'd never heard your voice before, so...
I'm so sorry for the disappointment.
Oh, there is no disappointment!
So it is us. Okay, so it's me and LowSpec that they can hear, barely hear.
Okay.
I'm going to turn my microphone volume up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll adjust your sound for me.
Just to LowSpec. I have a
Should we like do a test if I can be here as my villain character, like my Major Force character? I can use that one.
We could
If
try.
you swap, we may have to fix the sound again, because
Yeah,
often when I've
kinda-
swapped or just logged in and out, it messes the sound up again.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That's
joys
like
of
how
doing
it-
live streaming through this chat.
I'm just making sure we're good before we do continue on everything.
Oh God. What happened to your voice?
Let me make sure, because I did turn him up. Just in case.
Ah, my mum said it's nice to hear your voice, LowSpec, although it is quiet and unclear. Yeah, I think the quiet thing is something Superman can try to fix a little bit. But the unclear I do think is coming through his mic, because I'm getting unclear as well.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, it's DC chat. I'm telling you right now. I have a perfectly functional mic, and the second I go on someone else's live, I sound shocking. So it's not you. It's just what's coming through the chat.
Yeah, it's definitely.
This is why I prefer Discord.
Yeah. Well, I think that maybe I'll have a look into setting up Discord chat for myself, because it sounds like people definitely prefer it. I have
Like if
used
you're having like
the
a
chat
very
in there
bad,
before, and oh, sorry.
sorry, if you're having like a very bad cold, then your voice Discord automatically filters the voice.
Yeah, but the filter also cuts the high register, which means half of the time my voice will cut out. But I'm hoping that's not the case when we're on a live chat like that. That's only when I've been like recording audio chats to other people where half of what I've said gets cut out. It's very annoying. But I'd like to try streaming through Discord.
So how about now? LowSpec's good. David said LowSpec's good. You can hear him louder. Shadow's bomb rose.
Yep.
Is he good on y'all? Are you two on y'all end as well? Like, is he good for y'all? And am I good as well? Just to make sure on myself. Am I loud and clear for y'all, or am I still kind of quiet? 'Cause I have
Give
been
them a
adjusting
minute
volume
for
just in
this.
case.
Yep.
I'm still trying
I can hear you both nicely. But that doesn't help everybody else. I feel like I should have dressed for the occasion.
Oh, you're looking
The
nice.
funny thing is, I dressed for the occasion on my other character on US Ready for Multiverse's live stream.
Oh yeah, look at my character. I'm not wearing any clothes.
Oh my goodness! He's undressed. That's true, he's undressed. Okay, I feel like I'm better dressed then, never mind.
Alright, so Rose, that's for me, right? It sounds like I'm in the tunnel.
I think
did
that's for you, yeah.
I did turn music volume down because usually that's the case scenario when it comes to like hearing me in game wise. Like the volume of the music would be like overriding my voice. Let me see.
Your voice is so nice, both of you. Your voices are so nice. Steele's gonna try and fix the problem again. Get out the way! The naked man attacks!
I did it.
Oh no!
He fell down.
I fell.
Get low spec. Alright, I did a mute and unmute. It's probably still going to be a little quiet. Hopefully the music turned down did make me a little bit louder, because I know from previous videos and lives that I had done, the music of the game was louder than me. So that was also a reason on why a lot of people couldn't hear me. But hopefully,
yeah, that's I saw that when I was watching one of your videos. Or live streams, yeah.
One way too loud, the other in the color. Okay, so I know LowSpec most likely.
So, which one of us is louder?
I know he's loud.
I'm guessing he's not loud for me, but I adjusted his individual volume. If you go over to like group and pick the person, you can adjust the individual volume, which is what I have to do every time I go live with Foxy. Because he always comes through suddenly loud, and Johnny always comes through suddenly loud too.
With Johnny, I hear him, I'm like, yo, he definitely is loud. I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. LowSpec. Just to make sure, because I definitely want to get the audio. I want to make sure the audio is good before we do that.
Yeah. I want to say these two guys have notes, so I feel like I'm going to be a little bit behind on the information.
Well, I have some notes.
Yeah, they both have notes.
Superman some questions.
Excellent.
The one who asks is the one who's too.
I have 0 notes.
So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have notes, but I do have brain power. That's
Excellent.
what I'm running off
have
of.
Brain power.
I am running off of brain.
Super brain.
Super brain and intelligence, Kryptonian intelligence is what I'm running off of. Let's see.
That's you. Rose said the one who asked is the one who's too loud.
So that's that. It is the in-game audio, which is weird because if it was on US side, it would have been a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's probably because it's like the first EU side, and they're just like, let's not do that.
You trying to blow me up still?
Alright, microphone
So mean.
volume, speaker volume. I'm gonna try to turn it down for game audio. I'm gonna turn it down a little
Run
bit.
away from the bomb. Take a man with bombs.
Just to make sure. Speaker render.
I think he wanted to play
I was planning to be Lex Luthor for this occasion today.
If we were on the US server, you could have been Lex Luthor.
Yeah, well, I have my Lex Luthor character with you.
Yeah. And I would have been dressed for the occasion. I have my character dressed ready as Lois for Multiverse's live stream next Friday.
We should have done US then.
No, I think doing a US is fun. You clearly need to level your character.
Yeah,
so we should do that. And
I'm
so
like
does
procrastinating. I've been kind of procrastinating the level up, but I mean, alright.
Today is the day.
Yeah, I know. Today is the day. I just want to make sure our audio is good and everything is loud and clear for me, and LowSpec isn't too loud or too quiet before we start. So I'm just going through settings right now for myself just to make sure my in-game audio is good. My music volume down, voice volume is all the way up. Microphone volume, my speaker volume is down a little bit. Game audio fade. I don't want to do the test microphone because I'm in group, and I think that's going to mess up a lot of stuff for...
Yeah, test microphone, if you're already being heard by us all, I think that might mess it up.
Yeah, and then test voice connection would probably be even worse. Sound seems a bit better. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of information under 30 seconds.
Oh, Rose said the sound seems a bit better now.
Okay, cool.
Might have got it.
Just turn down. I'm gonna just turn down the speaker volume and game audio a little bit more, just to make sure, just to be on the safe side. That should be good. Alright. So is it good now? Because just to make sure, because I did turn it down a little bit, and I know you said it seems a bit better now, so I'm just gonna make sure that it's good from here. If it needs to be turned down or turned up a little bit more, just let me know. And yeah, I would say let's get started from here if everything's good.
Good for me, but it was good for me before, so.
Yeah.
Look out!
LowSpec, you still there? You still good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, cool.
Yay! Rose said I can hear you now.
Alright, cool.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to her. I'll put her in a community spotlight for this live. Alright, so now let's get to the movie. Who would like to start? Would Shadow like to start or LowSpec? I will kind of
think LowSpec is the man with the notes.
Yeah, let's start off with LowSpec because he does have the notes. So I'll kind of tag along.
No. This movie is about Superman. It's supposed to be you who should start. That's right.
Me.
He does have
like
a point.
An all-time ride, man. Can you hear me now? Dang.
I have one question though. Just one question.
Ah.
How many A is in Superman?
Tell me. I don't know how many.
I missed the question. I'm sorry. It went static on me.
He said how many A's are in Superman. You tell me, Low.
Sorry, still didn't catch it. Oh, I'm sorry.
On. How many
I think when
A's?
you both talk together, I can't catch it. Both of your levels are the same.
No, the question was how many A is in Superman?
How many A?
Yep.
Is in Superman.
I don't know what you mean.
How many A's are in Superman?
The letter A, 1.
There it is. You still can't get it?
1A, 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 1A.
There you go. I appreciate that, Junior. No problem. Alright, so I will start off. I will personally say my opinion on the movie was phenomenal. I liked the movie a lot. It was great to feel it. Like, it made me feel hopeful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, compared to all the other Superman movies I have watched, this one was definitely done well. I was honestly expecting, like, least or like less from James Gunn when it came to it, because at first from like all the trailers and everything like that he was doing, more or less the promotions aspect, I kind of really thought it was like too much to do for the movie. But I'm gonna keep it honest, it actually paid off when it came to like all the promotions and stuff like that. So I can't say too much, but I also would say I kind of liked a lot of the other movie references that he had in it specifically. Like, it kind of gave me, it had a lot of Superman Returns movie and game kind of thing, like where Lex Luthor enters the Fortress of Solitude and finds the Fortress of Solitude with a female, and they go in and like try to figure out everything. So like I caught that reference. I also did catch a lot of like a feeling of the Superman animated series when it came to like how he portrayed Superman. I could be misled on that one, but that's kind of like how I felt about the movie in itself. Like, I definitely did get more of like a Superman animated series feel when it came to him, and I just feel like David Cornsway, he does have a long way to go when it comes to playing Superman. So I can't wait to see the sequel that's actually coming out, or that James Gunn currently working on. So that's my take on the movie. I want to see it again personally, to get more information on it and more on it, but that's pretty much how I would say my end of the stick is when it comes to the movie. And I also did like Crypto, hands down, he did carry the movie. He was one of the ones that carried the movie, and I will say Lex Luthor was amazing and Mr. Terrific was amazing. Like, everybody did so well when it came to the casting, so I feel like the casting was perfect as well.
I agree.
So that's a really good point, by the way. I felt the exact same way, but for me, this movie personally, I think James Gunn got his most of his inspiration from Superman the Bright Right. You know that?
Yep.
From the 2004 comics, he mostly got inspiration from that one, and also the Superman for All. I think
Okay.
mostly he got inspiration from that one because the Lex Luthor in that is mainly reinvented character as a tech
Okay.
billionaire.
Okay. Okay. I seen he it gave me a lot of like it gave me Superman animated series, but then I definitely seen a lot of All Star in it. Like it definitely gave me All Star clearly from four.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, the four
That
robot, he
first
definitely was
resurgence
from
scene,
All
right?
Star. Yeah, like he was full on All Star. Like when it came to like four and the other robots and like um the what's it called? What is it called? The soul. I forgot the thing's name. I forgot his name already. But the alien thing that was in the background while he was sitting in the chair talking to Lois, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'll let them handle that." And I forgot the name of the villain that it was called. I know it starts with an S if I remember correctly, but I can't remember. If it comes back to me, I will state it. But I definitely got a lot of an All Star feel when it came to him, especially for like the sunlight and sunlight regen and everything like that. So that was definitely something.
Yeah,
What
it's
else?
like James Gunn really did a good job on that. Like it's like a Golden Age Superman, but mixed with the newest version.
Exactly.
Like in the olden days, Superman used to have a big key, right? A golden big key made out of Lone Star. Only
Yep.
Superman can pick up, but in this, he's actually using the DNA of Kryptonian. That's like the newest version of
Yeah.
Superman. It's
I
like
liked that.
James Gunn really jammed both the Silver Age and the Modern Age together, and he really made it work.
Yeah.
I
I
like
liked
that
that.
about that movie.
Exactly. I definitely did like that as well. How it was a DNA thing. And honestly, I will say, when it came to the movie, I don't know about both of you, but it kind of shocked me when I saw David Cornswell also playing Ultraman. But at the same time, it didn't because after I watched the movie, I remember I was looking on Instagram and I seen a post stating David Cornswell was going to play both Superman and Ultraman. So when I seen it, I was like, wow, it would have been dope if it was Henry Cavill though. Like I feel like that would have been like the
Yeah,
craziest twist. I'm just saying.
that's
True.
what I was thinking. I
Like,
prefer Henry Cavill play that role. I mean, would have fitted him really great in that movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. That would have been a nice twist.
I mean, it would have been like James Gunn had done some justice the fans.
Exactly.
Also,
Shadow.
David said, I can see the movie's Lex has a continuation of his portrayal in Smallville where he has become.
True.
I can kind of see that too.
I can see that.
He did such a good job of being really, really bitter and hateful. Like,
He
and
definitely did.
I liked how honest he was about the fact that he's jealous of what Superman can do as well. I liked that too. I don't know. It was beautiful casting for Lex. Beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
yeah, I really agree on that one.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Yeah, Shadow, what is your take? Because I know you definitely had something you want to
I'm
say.
sorry?
I was saying,
sorry.
Well, I have a lot of the different things I've thought about the movie I have out online already, but some of them are still coming out. But overall, I really did love this movie. I agree with Superman. I agree with you both, actually, so far with everything that's been said. I was a little skeptical to start with because the trailers were making me think there was too much to be jammed into this movie, like you said, Superman.
right.
And so I was wondering if it wasn't going to flow nicely with the storyline. But once I saw the actual movie and realized how everything came together, I can say absolutely it worked well. And the trailers, even though they were making me a little nervous about it, they tie in beautifully. Like the Crypto as well. The way that Crypto is
100%.
so incredibly chaotic throughout worked brilliantly. I
100%.
loved it.
100%.
Yeah.
He's more after also James Gunn's dog, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
was
that was a
skeptical to
definite
start with
twist.
because I thought the. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying that was a definite twist. Like I kind of like how he did that. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Crypto did grow on me after watching the movie. Like literally
Yeah,
for the
and-
fifth time.
And the way that Lex ended up getting his comeuppance from Crypto because Superman isn't that kind of person, I loved that too.
No,
I thought,
yeah.
yes, Lex
Yeah.
gets it a little bit because of Crypto.
Oh yeah, when Crypto flew into the LexCorp tower and started beating up Lex, I was
Yeah.
like, yes, someone
Yeah,
had to
same.
do it, and I'm glad it was him.
Yeah. I
David
did
loves
think
Crypto.
one thing. Well, I mean, there was a few things that threw me a little bit, a couple of things that took me out of it too. But like in reference to that scene, kind of, the way that Superman does not attack Lex because obviously he's weaker than Superman and he's just standing there. There's no way for him to defend himself. Superman wouldn't
Right.
do that. But at the same time, when I saw the scene where he's fighting Ultraman, which I don't like that they called him Ultraman, but that's fine. When he's fighting Ultraman and he lets him get pushed into the black hole and kills him, after we've seen him like rescuing squirrels and things, that seemed a little bit outside of his character to me.
Yeah, I could see it.
I thought he wouldn't have let him die if that's
Yeah.
indeed what happened.
Yeah, but we don't know whether he's dead yet.
That
Yes,
is
I
true.
know. But as far as
Gunn
we
hasn't
knew from the
confirmed it.
information they gave us, it seems like Superman is pushing him into a black hole where
Yeah.
he will die, because that's what we've been given so far.
Yep.
So I'm hoping it means he slipped to Earth 3 or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That would have been
But-
crazy if he goes to Earth 3 just from a black hole. That would be the
Yeah.
best twist. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
then at least
There
his
is a
name would
crazy
make
fan
sense as
theory.
well.
Exactly.
Sorry?
There's a crazy fan theory, like, have you seen that energy that looks like a cube that's going along with the, into that portal, along with the Ultraman?
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen it once, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, so
What's the
there's
fan
a
theory?
that thing might be turned, it will turn into like the square shape of the Earth, you know, like an opposite version of the Earth. Bizarro
Oh,
world.
really?
Maybe that could create the Bizarro world.
Yes, that would be cool. It's
So that could
interesting
be,
anyway.
I mean, it's just a fan theory. I don't know. I was like, literally looking at the fan theory and I was like, oh wow, that's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David
So I that
says-
took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a least favorite scene?
Well, you already know my least favorite scene, Shadow.
Sorry?
Hmm.
You already know my least favorite scene, by the way.
Yeah, but the audience needs to know.
I was about to say David's chatting, and I'm honestly agreeing. I'm honestly agreeing to what David is saying. I highly agree. So basically, David said it's so believable that Superman was upset when Lex stole crypto, and I didn't see it as Superman actively pushing Ultimate into a black hole. So he'll have to watch it again. I honestly agree with that
yeah.
first statement when it came to Superman being upset with crypto, or Superman being upset with Lex with stealing crypto. I definitely agree with that. But I honestly feel like he should have been a little bit more aggressive when it came to crypto. Like the table scene, that table should have been through the roof or through the window. I'm just saying. I like how he kind of did it and withheld himself with throwing the table, but I feel like it definitely should have went through the window, you know? Like that's probably one of those scenes that I liked, but like the fact that the table didn't go through the window is like the part that I didn't like about it. Like it was just your question on that. I think my least favorite scene is when Lex and the engineer got to the engineer. The fact that crypto went down that easily, I honestly didn't like that.
Oh,
And,
that's true. It kind of didn't make sense, right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
He wouldn't have.
Hello, Yoser.
Kind of got me off on that scene.
Yeah, like that
Could have
part.
done more damage than that.
Exactly, like that part to me, I was just like, okay, so this is clearly crypto not being at its full potential, but like at the same time, it's like he definitely could have done way more to the engineer. He's way more aggressive in the comics, but not only that, I also didn't like, and this is probably just me because I did kind of like call this when I was talking to league members and friends when it came to like how the movie was going to be portrayed, but it definitely gave off whenever he did something Superman related or superhero related or any kind of fight scene and action scene, how the music kind of like hyped up and got hyped up and then like it just suddenly stopped. Like that was probably one of the other things I didn't like about the movie, where it's like it got so good and the next
Oh,
thing you know,
I
it's
agree. I
it
didn't
just
like that
ended
either.
part. Like that also
Yes.
annoyed me because I'm like, dang, we see him get super and then like let it marinate for a second, but then it gets cut short and I'm like, all right, never mind. Like we're moving on now. Okay. So
Yep. In the last scenes where they're like doing that with Superman, they do it 3 times in a row. They
I
hype
know.
up the music and they sweep the camera across him and we're like, yes, go Superman. They cut it short and then like a
Every
minute later they
time.
do the exact same thing again. They just
Every
why?
I
I
was just
know.
like, come on, please, just like I get it, but please let the man be Superman. Like, it's like I know they're doing this, but come on. But I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What out of all the scenes, what was the funniest scene? I
Oh
have
wait,
mine.
did we hear funniest?
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
sorry,
agree
you go,
with
you go,
Superman on
Steel.
that. No, it's okay, you go. It's okay, Shadow.
Sorry,
What was?
I'm sorry to cut
I'll
you
go.
off.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you're good.
I
Go
cut
ahead.
you off. Sometimes I don't hear people until they've started speaking. There's like a delay. So you go. I've spoken heaps. You go.
No, I mean, for me, I felt like, they should have used Superman more. Like, I felt like Krypto is more Superman than Superman in this movie. He always saves Superman from everything, and all of a sudden he loses to the engineer. It doesn't make any sense for me when it came to that scene, because in the end you can clearly see that Krypto is doing a very heavy damage that Superman does.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know. I kind of feel the opposite. I liked when Superman like restricted himself because the people that he's fighting against are weaker than him. I
That's
felt
true.
like that kind of made sense for me. I don't think he would try to hurt people if he can help it, which is why the Ultraman going into the black
Yeah,
hole
that's true.
scene didn't make sense. So I didn't mind that. I thought it made sense for him because he cares about other living things. So regardless of whether they're against him or not.
That is true. I will say,
Yeah.
this is a scene. Well, okay. I think I have one more liking scene and then one more disliking scene.
Yeah.
I feel like the other one that I liked the most that he did while fighting the engineer and Ultraman on the baseball field is when the engineer was like enveloping him or engulfing him with what she had or whatever it was, the particles and everything, and like covered his whole body. I liked how he just decided to immediately fly up in the air and then like just let gravity take its course for the impact. I kind
Yes.
of liked that.
Yes.
As another thing, I didn't like. Now thinking about it, when it came to the beginning of the movie, like I kind of, I like, it's weird because like I can see why. I'm looking at David's
No,
text real quick. The scene I least enjoyed because it was terrible to watch was when Lex killed the man in front of Superman and Metamorpho. That is true. That scene actually was shocking. Like I kid you not, David. I seen that scene, and my whole movie theater, everybody in the theater was like, "Oh." So like the fact that he killed him the second shot was crazy to me. I don't know about anybody else, but
I
yeah,
kind
that's
of
David
liked
that's
it
Flanagan.
because it made him seem really chaotic, which I think in this, like, he's supposed to be quite upset and annoyed with the situation that's happening, and that's why he's doing everything. He wants to have power, and he does not want Superman to have power.
That's
So
true.
he seems upset. So the things that happen with Lex that seem kind of chaotic, I kind of understand because he's emotional, which is why I think some of the mistakes that he made, in my opinion, the mistakes that he made in what he was doing make a little bit of sense, because if he's highly emotional, he won't do the logical thing, he'll do the emotional thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of liked that scene because it was so shocking.
Yeah.
And I love
Metamorpho's
Metamorpho's reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah,
Go ahead, LowSpec. 'Cause I know they were
yeah.
saying.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Shadow. Actually, that scene is actually much more similar to the Superman for All Season. That scene actually, I believe James Gunn got the inspiration from that comic. And because in the comics, he actually kidnaps a woman instead of Molly, who's in this one. He kidnaps a woman named Jemmy. I believe her name is Jemmy Logan, and he terrorizes her by, doing all kinds of experiments. And in the end, when Superman comes to save her, he will immediately kill her using a poison that's released through the gas. So James Gunn literally took that scene from that comic, and then he just revamped it, changed to a female to male, and instead of poison gas, he's actually using a gun. So
Yeah.
that scene is literally reminiscent with that scene. So someone who read that comic books, such as myself, I actually like that scene.
Fair.
It shows you how much Lex hates Superman. Like, he's literally keeping eyes on the people he literally saved, and he just selects the people. Which target should I kill next? Which target should I do the experiments on?
Yeah.
That is true.
So James can actually understand that part. So I
I'm
literally like that
surprised
one.
how well James Gunn did with that. I'm really impressed.
I will say as another thing that I didn't like, but like I liked it at the same time because it ended up happening more or less later on in the movie. But like in the beginning of the movie, to where it was kind of like dialoguing everything, I wanted it to at least be for myself. I don't know about you two and everybody watching, but like before that scene, or more or less that beginning scene, I wish it was more or less like how every other Superman was portrayed when it came to becoming Superman. Like he started off as a kid, and like we get to see his first flight, we get to see him building the fortress and everything like that. And like I wish it was one of those things where it kept that origin of Superman involved. You know what I mean? Where it's like we get to see him do his first flight, we get to see him make his fortress and everything like that. But then the other thing I didn't like, but a lot of people also didn't like, with fans wise, how they made, or how James Gunn made Jor-El, because apparently the message that was left for Superman in that movie was not doctored.
No, it was. There's one scene inside the Pocket Universe where it's mentioned once. Lex says it to his ally. I'm not sure what the guy's name was. The guy with glasses who's helping him, I think. He says one time in the movie that it's doctored. But everyone else believes that it isn't.
Yeah, apparently it was just like, I thought it wasn't doctored. If it was doctored, I had a feeling that it was doctored. You know what I mean? Like I had a feeling that it was messed around and toyed with, but that's what it seems like it is. And I think I actually did see something. James Gunn did confirm that it wasn't a doctored message. So there is.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I did see something stating that James Gunn said it wasn't a doctored message.
But it's actually directly from the comics. I don't understand why the fans hate that one particularly, because actually the problem was when Omni-Man was released, they had a similar story, but at the same time this comic book was also released at the same time, and they both had a similar story-wise.
Agreed.
That's the main issue, that what happened. So in that, the the humanity, but in the Superman comics, it's actually Jor-El who actually sent Superman here to conquer the universe. But it's actually similar to the same comic books, but it's as part of the comic books. So I don't understand why the fans hated that part. For me, it was okay.
Oh, I don't mind if it is or isn't doctored. I just remembered that one scene. Maybe I misunderstood it in the Pocket Universe.
And
when
actually,
Lex
there's two versions of it. I mean, there's two versions of the comic book. One is actually that when Lex finds out that he goes inside the Fortress of Solitude, and then he watch all the war videos that was like how the planet of Krypton got this destruction and all the war happened, and Lex do with that evidence is that he will modify that and change it into a war propaganda that Superman he's a scout sent to the Earth so he could conquer the planet. So I believe that James Gunn just mashed up these two comic books and made it like a Frankenstein of a scene that pissed off a lot of fans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not fussed either way. Whichever way they choose to do it is fine with me. I just really thought there was a scene where he said it was doctored. So I must have misunderstood that scene if that's the case. But I don't know. I feel like if James Gunn is pulling from all different sources, it's good, because even people who know Superman really, really well won't know exactly what's coming in his movie, which I quite like.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, James can really understand the characters together, but the execution will be like, meh. You know, he's not perfect, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in between. That's the problem.
I'm with you on that.
That will that'll irritate a lot of a lot of fans out there, that they'll be literally pissed when they see that, because for them, when they read the comics, it resonates with them, and they will feel like, oh wow, this comic is really good. And when someone else comes into that and they will add their own modification, then that, when it comes to scenes like this which have that much in depth, that will affect a lot of fans. So I can, for a part, I can understand the hate, but on the other side, someone who read the comics, I actually kind of like that scene.
That is true.
Yeah.
And I kind of like what, I'm just kind of like reading the chat while you two are talking. David Sharp, he did say it works to convince Metamorpho to help Superman, but still terrible to watch. I agree with that. Yoser Gamer just kind of got in the chat. I'm just gonna try to.
It was really confronting.
Yeah, it is very true.
But I liked it. I really liked Metamorpho's reaction. Everything was cast so well. The actor for Metamorpho was so good. I enjoyed that very much. Yeah.
I would say so. Yoser Gamer, he says.
I wish they gave Metamorpho a little a breathing area. More room for him to grow. You just see Metamorpho in a corner, but for the majority of the people, they don't know who Metamorpho is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Remember the time I told you, Shadow, that Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho in this movie, and I'm so excited to see them, and you were like, "Who's Mr. Terrific? Who's Metamorpho?" So I still remember that. So the problem is, for a lot of people,
I didn't know Mr. Terrific was in it. I was trying to avoid watching some things at some point, but I remembered seeing Hawk Girl in like a trailer.
I have to tell you, Shadow, after watching the Arrowverse, I'm telling you, James Gunn literally did justice to Mr. Terrific. He's the best part of that movie.
I loved Mr. Terrific. He's like, of all the characters, I loved him. He was so good. So good. Well acted. Amazing job.
He's well casted, by the way. Literal justice to him.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna just catch
because
up.
They actually messed him up in the X-Men movie.
I'm gonna catch up.
What'd you say, Superman?
I'm gonna just catch up with chat for a second.
Oh, yeah.
It says, so Yoser Gamer says they should do another Superman 2 with Ultraman's new suit, though. So the thing about that, with Yoser, sorry to burst your bubble on it, James Gunn actually doesn't plan on doing a Superman 2. But he is making a Superman movie sequel, and he is making another movie that Superman's going to play a very huge important role to, but he will not be making a Superman 2. Now...
That's a shame. I would have loved to have seen a second one.
That is true.
No, I mean, James Gunn is not, like, he's literally right now he doesn't want to do a Superman 2, but he will do it in the future. That's for sure.
Now, David says...
I literally want to see my Lex given some justice because I want to see him in that Lexo armor so bad. I want that comic book accurate Lexo armor war suit so bad.
Same actor, please. Same actor.
Now, David says, I think my impression of the robots is different from a lot of people. I think the head robot doesn't get that the robots are not emotionless anymore. That is also something that I did realize, and I feel like a lot of people didn't kind of catch that, where he was just like, they don't have emotions, but then like when Superman smiled at the one, she was like, oh, he smiled at me. Like I feel like
she
they
was
do
gushing
have,
so hard.
yeah, like I feel like they do
goodness.
have emotions. I will say that is true. Now, Yoser Gamer, I see you have a question saying, are you on a different Superman character? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific because we are on the EU side, so I'm not on my US main.
Yeah, because usually your name has a 2N, but right now we only have 1N.
Yeah,
correct.
So I'm on the EU side. I'm not on my US tune. We are currently doing this on the EU server. So if you have the EU server, you are welcome to join us. To answer that question,
we're outside the Superman statue in Metropolis, and there's only one phase because it's the EU server.
Yep.
Apparently my mum likes your accent, LowSpec.
Thank you, Shadow's mom. You're so great, so lovely.
She is. She's a sweetie.
Now for David Sharp,
you're away, Superman.
Says, there we go.
There you
go. All right. David also says, I think the fans are upset because it is a counter to practically every other portrayal of Jor-El and the Kryptonians. I agree with that. I agree because that is something.
But it could be a separate Earth, a different Earth.
That's how I kind of see it. Like he is on a different Earth kind of thing.
That's what
so I can definitely see that being a case scenario when it comes to the fans. Because even myself, I was like, "What? That was actually not a doctored message. There's no way." You know what I mean? But if that's how James Gunn wants to do it, so be it. Yoser Gamer says in Superman 2 should bring Lex Luthor in a mech suit. I can see that.
We all want that.
Yeah, we all want that.
I can see them doing a Superman 2, but not at this very moment. If James
the only mech suit that actually sold. Sorry, to cut you off again.
No, you're good.
No, I mean, like, the only mech suit that I saw that was accurate was in that awful Supergirl series.
Yeah.
But the Superman, but at least they gave them the accurate suit from the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when it comes to Superman and Lois, they actually gave him the suit of steel. But
I kind of like that.
Great, though.
I was about to say, I kind of like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I like that for sure. David says, I haven't read any Superman comics to speak for almost 10 years, so I only have my previous 40-some odd years of Superman reading. to go on. That is
Oh my
good.
goodness, David!
So,
40
hey,
years of reading!
listen, 40 some odd years. Listen, I'll say this for
He's more
for
knowledgeable
me.
than me.
For me, I'll say this. I've only been Superman for a few years now in game on PC, and I've learned a lot about Superman just from like friends, family, not even just that, but honestly like doing research on certain things. So if you do want to like get into Superman comics, like it's something that you can easily pick up on and easily learn about, especially if you have someone that's like a Superman encyclopedia when it comes to it. So that comic thing is going to
Super
be
encyclopedia.
super encyclopedia. So if you have someone that's a super encyclopedia, there you go. You can definitely learn a lot about Superman just from someone who knows it all.
Yeah.
And it says, Yoser says, I hope Ultraman returns in the second movie in his new suit. Like Slenderman, though, I can see that, but we'll see in the near future or hopeful future if James Gunn decides to do a new movie. I'll do a live stream tomorrow, though.
I don't think so. He'll come back as Ultraman. I do believe he'll come back as Bizarro.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see Bizarro.
I hope so, because that would be more fun.
Yeah.
Because if they're bringing back Ultraman, I want that as like a Phase 3 movie. Like Justice League versus the Crime Syndicate.
Yes, I was like a little bit irritated by the fact that they called him Ultraman, because to me that's not Ultraman. Is it what Project KR? Whatever it is, what do they call it in Young Justice? The clone. It seems like the clone, the one who potentially becomes the son. I think they shouldn't have used Ultraman for his name. But I mean, that's just me. Maybe there's a reason he chose that, but I didn't like it.
Yep.
I mean, James Gunn did mention they have Pocket Universe in this one, right? I mean, Lex must have traveled to different universe, and he must have seen an evil Ultraman. Like, that's where he got the name. That's just my fan theory.
That might have been it. That does explain it a little better for me. I like that. Thank you, LowSpec.
I mean, he saw what happens if Superman went bad, and he must have seen the Earth 3 where Superman is Ultraman and he's killing everyone. Maybe he got his hatred from that also, and he could have got the inspiration for his clone, the name from that universe, probably.
That makes me feel better about it.
You know what? I'm actually not gonna lie either. I actually can't wait for this sequel now thinking about it, because you know how I was saying about the beginning on like how it was basically just putting dialogue of like, oh yeah, he's been doing this for years and this, that, and the third, and this is like his first loss and everything. So like everything before that, I can't wait to actually see, because I feel like it'll actually add in and tie into why we saw what we saw for the movie. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
The reason James Gunn did that in the beginning, because Derek Wanstead is a huge Star Wars fan, right? Yeah. And Superman in the comic books is also a Star Wars fan. So in the movies, in the Star Wars, in the beginning, they always have a huge writings, like a lot of script. They will be written in the screen, like long way away from the galaxy, and all those things. So Derek Wanstead actually convinced James Gunn to do the first scene like that. Yeah. Because James Gunn is really collaborative when it comes to.
I'm not gonna lie. And it's funny because I think it was announced, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people do know, but like the suit itself was David Cornsworth's idea. Like I know that was pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Like the suit that David Cornsworth wore in the movie was his own idea. Like James Gunn, I think, was definitely gonna go with like the Henry Cavill or no underwear thing, but David Cornsworth was like, nah, let's do the underwear. And
even I was surprised when I heard that news.
Went for the classic.
I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Yoser states.
I do agree with. I think Multi said that the suit was a little loose on him. I think that was true.
It was true
throughout the whole movie.
I mean, it's meant to be like that in this movie.
Yeah, I was about to say the reason why is because James Gunn actually did state that, because a lot of fans were like, "Why is it so loose?" He stated the reason why it's so loose is because his mom made it. So it's just like when his mother made his suit, that's why it's so loose. So he made it basically.
I wish that had have been said in the movie somewhere.
That I agree.
Just something.
I honestly feel like when
it came to the second one.
Yeah, I honestly feel like when it came to like the Smallville scenes and everything, I definitely feel like he could have did a little bit better and gave it a little bit more of an aspect, because Martha just kind of seemed like one of those characters to where it's just like she was just there. You know what I mean? Because usually when it comes to Martha Kent, it's like, no, she knows. You know what I mean? Like, no, she knows. Here's how she's doing it. This is what she's doing. But like for some odd reason with this Martha, it's just like, she's doing everything, but like she doesn't know everything, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like she kind of was just like, oh, what's this, what's that, what's this, what's that. Like it seemed like it was more the father who was that role model at that time. And I can't get
Yeah,
mad
I
at that because
agree.
he does
But
have
it was
both.
very short scene, so it's hard
Exactly.
to garner a lot of information. So
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah.
that's true. I wish they had
Now,
a little bit more scene with I mean, the Papa Ken part of the.
yeah,
So sorry.
agreed.
It's
You're right.
hard. He had to cram pack a lot of stuff into this movie.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed.
I mean, there was not enough time for the breathing. You know, when you
Yeah.
person the scene,
Agreed.
it should take its own time. Like it should resonate with the people who's watching the movie. But in this, it's like they got the important scene, but they just ended it like in a 2 second.
Agreed. Agreed. Now, to catch
Yeah.
up the chat a little bit, Yoser Gamer says, who's better, the Batman or Superman from movies? I say, honestly, my personal opinion, Superman.
No surprise there.
I was about
It
to say
depends which
Superman.
movie.
Superman.
I,
All of them. Superman for all of them. Okay. Now, I know people might yell at me for the Henry Cavill thing, but, like, at the end of the day, if you know, from my end, I have an argument that not a lot of people can disagree with when it comes to the Henry Cavill aspect, but we are not talking about that Superman at the moment.
Yeah.
But I have my opinion on it, and trust me, you will also agree on why.
Henry Cavill looks like a good Superman. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I would
But
say
he hasn't
Yeah.
been doing the
I feel
Superman
like
thing.
now, for my opinion on Henry Cavill playing Superman, I liked him playing Superman.
me too.
I didn't like the
Yeah, he
writing
looks
per
good.
se. I didn't like the writing of it per se. Like I know a lot of fans are like, I didn't like the writing because he was dark and edgy and depressed and stuff like that. But then my argument to that is just like lots of people tend to forget. Yes, he's hopeful. Yes, he's cheerful. Yes, he's uplifting and everything like that. But then at the end of the day, he is an alien. He is a Kryptonian. He does have a Kryptonian origin. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that a lot of
Yeah.
people are just like, let's not forget that he really can be godlike if he decided to. You know? And that's what I feel like with Zack Snyder when it came to Superman. That's something that he brought out. You know what I mean? That's something that he was just like, no, this is the side of Superman that people need to see, even though they're not gonna like it. You know, and that's my argument for it. But either way go, both actors have played Superman. Like I feel like I seen this post to where it was like Henry Cavill was super part of Superman, and David Cornswell was the man part of Superman. So it's like I can see that being a thing. You know what I mean? Now, when it came to that, that's my argument on it. And I feel like if Ultraman were to be Henry Cavill as like a surprise bring back of Henry Cavill, that would have been like the peak thing that everybody would have seen the most. Now for David Sharp's comment, he says, I would like to see Supergirl find Brainiac in the bottled city of Pandora in her movie. I honestly can agree with that. I would see that idea being perfect for her. But I feel like with her movie, it's going to be more of she's going to be a serious kind of like she's giving animated series. She's definitely giving animated series. It's going to be more of a serious kind of Supergirl, not like a regular hopeful kind of Supergirl. This one's going to be a different kind of take. And she's going up against Jason Momoa Lobo, who was a perfect actor choice, by the way. Just throwing that out
correct.
there.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. Like Jason Momoa, out of all the people you could have picked for Lobo, was perfect.
I agree.
can't
I'm
wait
so
to see
looking
him.
forward to that.
Yeah, Jason Momoa always wanted to play Lobo
100%.
ever since he was cast as Aquaman.
Yeah.
100%. And
It's perfect.
now, Yoser also says, who is your favorite Superman actor? My favorite Superman actor would have to be Christopher Reeves for number one. And I would say Tyler Hoechlin for number two.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to tell about Tyler Hoechlin.
I would
He's
say
the actual one. Yeah, he's the actual one who actually came close to playing a good Superman because he had enough season and his Superman grows in that. And I like how they actually managed to capture the both Superman side and the human side of Superman.
Exactly. Like I'm
actually surprised CW is able to tell a competent story.
Exactly. Like I would say, out of all Superman actors, if I were to really give like a top 5 or top 3, I would definitely say Christopher Reeves, Tyler Hoechlin, and for third, I would honestly have to put Brandon Routh over David Cornswell. I might have to put Brandon over David.
Yeah, but Brandon Routh actually played the Christopher Reeve Superman, right?
He no, so he was more of like a in essence kind of thing. Like it was more or less they tried to, but they couldn't perfect it, so they had to make him different from Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeve, yeah.
So I feel like Brandon would definitely have to be the top three for sure. I would say David definitely did good. I would say Henry Cavill definitely played good as well. But for the top three, I would definitely have to say Christopher Reeves, Tyler Hoechlin, and Brandon Routh. And not only just from the Superman Returns movie, which surprisingly got a lot of hate. I honestly wasn't. I don't see why, but him playing Kingdom Come Superman fit perfectly.
Oh
Now,
yeah, that was really great.
I kind of have a prediction for when it comes to David Cornsweet and Brandon Routh in tying, but like when if you remember Crisis on Infinite Earths, Brandon Routh's Kingdom Come suit ended up having a red and yellow Kingdom Come emblem. Now David Cornsweet has the exact same emblem. Can you see like Superman 2 or 3, or they might end up bringing out a random movie to where you have Brandon Routh being Kingdom Come Superman for David Cornsweet at one point. You know what I mean? Like David Cornsweet ends up growing up and then just Brandon Routh comes back. Or I can see it as like a tie into like a Crisis on Infinite Earths to where all Superman actors just come back and they're all in one movie. I personally can see that happening. That would have been dope.
That would be that would be really great to see every single Superman in there, but not like what they did in the Flash movie, which was really disrespectful and really bad.
Yeah, don't
so
do
bad.
That. DC Fanverse says hello everyone. Hello DC Fanverse. Welcome to live. Good to have you here. If you do have opinions on the movie, you are more than welcome to state them. Shadow, you are away. Just giving you the heads up. I don't know if you actually are.
Thank you. No, I'm here.
Okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're all right.
But I agree with Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve is my favorite. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Tyler because I haven't watched the series. So I can't hold an opinion on that.
You had to watch that one.
I would say
I will. I'll get to it, I promise.
I mean, there are some in between episodes that you can literally just turn it off, but
yeah,
rest of the story, when it comes to that, it's really great.
You know what?
Yeah.
No, actually, there's another Superman actor that's very underrated, but I want to say Dean Cain is another good Superman actor. I would have to say.
I thought you were going to tell Tom Welling.
Tom Welling was another good one. He was definitely another good one.
Obviously.
I was about to say Tom Welling was
part
definitely
of
another good one. The only thing I didn't like about Tom Welling's Superman is that he didn't get to don the suit.
Yeah, that messed up the ending. I did not like the ending.
He didn't get to don the suit. Like if he were able to don his suit, it would have been better. But then in Crisis on Infinite Earths, he got rid of his powers and everything like that. So I was like, oh well, he's not Superman anymore. So I mean, but he definitely
had the first Justice League team up.
Yeah, he definitely did do his thing. So I definitely did like Tom Welling.
I really enjoyed him. I didn't get to watch the entire series of Smallville though. I stopped just as Lana Lang came into it. Lois Lane came into it. So I missed quite a bit. But I enjoyed his portrayal a lot. Sorry?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the fun begins, when Lois Lane enters to the Tom Welling's life. Dark Kent's life.
I got busy. Life started to happen, so I couldn't watch anymore. But I enjoyed his acting for it. It was great. You're away too now, Superman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Yoser says, who is better, Ben Affleck or Robert Pattinson Batman films?
I haven't seen Robert Pattinson. I can't answer.
Yeah, I was going to say the Batman I haven't seen, but I heard it was pretty good. But I would have to say Ben Affleck, personally. Personally, Ben Affleck, I've seen him, and he did it really good.
Go watch the movie.
Hey, stop hitting me, LowSpec. So mean.
So David,
you need to watch the Pattinson Batman movie.
I know.
Now, David said my favorite Henry Cavill / Superman scene is from the extended edition of Batman vs Superman, where he rescues the person from the burning building and how the crowd reacts, reaching out to him and loving him. I agree. I like that scene too. I like that scene. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of people tend to overlap the fact that Henry Cavill did save people in his movies. Like, they always hated on the one court scene when it comes to Henry Cavill. and they were just like, oh, so instead of saving the whole building, he aura farmed and this and third. But then I'm like, that thing that Lex Luthor had, that bomb was covered in lead, one, and he's not as fast as Flash. So that as soon as he turned his head, it blew up. Not like you can't, if he can't see it, you know, it's lead. He can't hear it, can't see it. He didn't know what was in there. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you really hate him for something that he couldn't see or do, especially if it was covered in lead. And he said he means crowds, but yeah, I get you, David. You're good. DC Fanverse says, oh yeah, I have watched the movie shortly after my interview with James Gunn. The movie overall was very good, and I really enjoyed the movie. That is great, and that is awesome that you had your interview with James Gunn. Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
On that. Yeah,
That's so
funny
cool.
Enough,
That's so cool. How was he, like, James Gunn, DC Fanverse?
It's crazy enough, as DC Fanverse answers that question. Shadow, as you probably saw on my X page, throughout the movie's release, I had the actual Superman at me on a lot of like posts about the movie and getting tickets for the movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that is awesome.
I also follow DC Fanverse.
Yeah. So that is awesome, and I think I do as well. But yeah, so the fact that he got to meet James Gunn, and then like I'm over here getting ads from like the actual Superman for movie tickets was great. It's just like that's awesome. But do you think Sentry can't stop Superman and one more for DC? No, Sentry cannot stop Superman.
You mean the movie version or the comic book version?
Still get specific.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, definitely get specific on that one, but like,
because the comic book version definitely, I believe he can atomize you.
That depends on which version of me, though.
Oh, come on.
That depends on which version. Movie version? Oh yeah, movie version.
Just take
Superman clears. Superman clears movie version. Sorry. But it also depends on which movie version of Superman. Are you talking Henry Cavill, David Cornsweet, Christopher Reeves, Brent Morrell? Because, I mean, either way go, I think Superman clears when it comes to the movie version of
You're
Sentry.
biased, though.
I'm just saying.
He's biased.
I'm not biased. I'm not biased
about
it. I'm not biased about it. Like, Sentry is a dope. I would say Sentry is a dope, you know.
I have a green rock. Green rock.
You are swinging a hammer at.
Yeah,
David
hammer
Superman?
does nothing.
Okay.
Bring out your green rock, man.
Okay, all right. So he's specific. Now he's very
I forgot. Barry took my green rock. Yeah, what happens if Sentry fight with kryptonite in his hand?
1 hour. Sentry fights with kryptonite in his hand, and yeah, it's kind of Sentry. But David
Yours is
Superman.
getting specific with it. He said a movie version, David Superman.
Okay, so
Specifically.
Come on.
David Superman. Whoops, that was loud.
His face will turn weird.
David Superman for Sentry.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Sentry. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I would say that one scene that Sentry had. I'm not gonna lie. With David Superman compared to Sentry. Yeah, that one I don't think so. That one I don't know. I think that one I might have to get that one to Sentry. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to get that one to Sentry.
Have you seen how Superman looks like after he got
Okay,
exposed
less
with the
biased
kryptonite?
then.
Yeah, like now that we're getting the specifics when it comes to like which version of Superman against Sentry, I'm sorry, but comics version of Superman's clearing Sentry.
Sentry, in the movie, they say that Sentry had the power of 100 exploding sun, because in the comics it's like 1 million exploding sun.
Well,
in the movie it's like 100 exploding sun.
Well, I'll
so
say,
that's like.
So if he has the power of 100 exploding sun, then that just means he's feeding Superman continuously.
Definitely.
Just like he's feeding Superman their
he's
whole
going
time.
He's going to vaporize you instantly.
Yeah. What about Omni-Man versus Superman versus Sentry versus Homelander? Okay, well, one, Superman and then Sentry. Omni-Man and Homelander are not competing against Sentry and Superman. Thank you, DC Fanverse. Thank you,
he
DC
said
Fanverse.
Superman win against Sentry any day.
Exactly. Thank you.
He's so biased. Come on.
I think you have to clarify if he's
DC
fighting.
fanverse
the
bias.
Sentry or
Actually,
the
he is.
Void.
He has so much Superman merch.
Yeah.
Like he's a Superman fan.
Yeah.
Just as biased as you are.
I was about to say I have my little
I think
collection.
Shadow's the only person who's with me. Come.
Now, David says, I think you have to clarify if he's fighting the Sentry or the Void. Now, the Void, I don't know too much about. I don't know the Void, so I'll say that now. But for Sentry versus Superman, I'm sorry, Superman clears easily. And that's not a bias, that's just full facts. If Sentry has the power of 100 suns and he can utilize it, he's just feeding Superman the whole fight. Like, Hulk can't beat Superman either. That depends on the version of Hulk. That depends on the version of Hulk.
No, I don't think so. I think Yoso Gamer is right. Hulk cannot beat. I mean, Hulk can increase his rage. Hulk can increase his strength.
The only reason why I say it depends on the version of Hulk. Energy,
yeah, the strongest version. The strongest version is the I believe the strongest version is the War World Hulk, right?
I would say World Breaker might put up a heavy fight against Superman.
Yeah, he would put a heavy fight, but I wouldn't say he'll win.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he'll win, but he'll definitely put up a heavy fight. But I would say when it comes to the Hulk, how he's actually supposed to be, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. So if he's getting angry enough fighting Superman, then yeah, there's a difference. But I feel like Superman will still come out on top either way it go.
What's the Superman doing down there?
I don't know. He ran away from me. What are you doing, dude?
He's taking selfies.
DC fan.
He's like, yeah, I'm not being part of this conversation. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, he is Superboy. Oh, okay, he says bye. I don't have my crypto in this head. But DC Fanverse says energy, fighting skill, intelligence, and speed is slower than Superman. I 100% highly agree. David says I think the strongest version of Hulk is the Immortal Hulk. It's either Immortal Hulk or a World Breaker Hulk. I can't remember which one specifically though. But from what I know, it's World Breaker. Now, World Breaker Hulk versus Doomsday then, might have
Doomsday easily come on.
I was about to say that one's honestly Doomsday. And the reason why I say that one's honestly Doomsday is because Doomsday he can't die, but he also has a regen factor faster than Hulk's. He has a regen.
Yeah, and he's also like cloned like thousands or millions of times. He's been cloned over and over, now, so he has DNA of every single alien inside of him.
Yep. Doomsday, to honestly keep it very quick and simple, if Doomsday beats Superman and Superman can beat the Hulk, you would expect Doomsday to be Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, you would expect that to happen.
Definitely.
Doomsday is super strong, 100%. 100%. Now, if you put Hulk versus the movie version of Doomsday, then Hulk, easily. But yeah, no. When it comes to Doomsday and Hulk, Doomsday, easily.
When it comes to Darkseid and Doomsday, I believe
Darkseid and Doomsday. No, actually, surprisingly enough, there's actually comics. Doomsday's better. Doomsday is actually better than Darkseid. When it comes to like old comics, Doomsday and Darkseid fought multiple times. Doomsday won every single time. And Darkseid
actually the newer version, they just got him down. The new version.
It's funny
because the Golden Age.
Yeah, Golden Age, I think it was, for when Doomsday's origin first came along, he fought Darkseid, and I forgot the second time they fought. But I know the one time Doomsday was on Apocalypse, and Darkseid even told Superman to get Doomsday off the planet. So, like, it was that bad. Darkseid was like, hey, Supes, get him off the planet, bro. Like, I don't want him here. I'm scared of this one. Put him away from the planet. Like, if Darkseid said that about Doomsday, Doomsday's a problem. Like...
well, that literally makes Doomsday the strongest character in DC Universe.
He is, pretty much. It's just when it comes to how he's been writing, or his writing lately, he's just been getting beat lately. But now I think the most recent comic of Doomsday, he's time traveler currently. Superman and Hulk against Doomsday. Superman and Hulk easily. Superman and Hulk are beating Doomsday if they combine their power. I don't know. The BVS Doomsday feeds off energy. He may be able to drain Hulk's gamma ray and evolve to be stronger. You know what? I forgot about that. That is true. I completely forgot about that. My favorite Lois Lane is Erica Dolores.
Ah, mine too.
Which
I think
where?
they
Which one was that
going to
one
be
from?
very good friends.
Which one was that one from? I can't remember.
From the Smallville. Erica
Smallville?
Durance.
Okay. Yeah.
The one that I haven't seen.
I was about to say, I don't think I've seen her yet.
I mean, she's not like rest of the Lois Lane that I have seen because she's more. I believe that the new latest comic books is modeled after her because she's more. She knows how to fight. She can handle herself. She don't need Superman all the time with her.
Okay. I would say I've seen Smallville. I've seen bits and pieces of Smallville. So like, I was on and off when it came to like the series in itself. But I definitely got to do like a full binge watch of it. But I definitely seen like heavy.
She's
parts.
literally like
I've seen Lois Lane, but
yeah, she's like a badass first up Lois Lane, in my opinion. She's the only Lois Lane who can like stand up against everyone.
Man, if that's the case, I mean, okay, well, you got Superman and Lois Lane and all that. Because she kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, but she's more of a reporter, right?
Yeah, she's more of a reporter, but she definitely did put up when it came to certain things. When it came to her family, she was like, She was like, when Superman and Lois is Lois Lane, when it came to family, she was like, nope, I'm right here, and you're gonna have to move me yourself. Because I'm not moving if you don't. Sorry. Goku versus Superman? Oh, come on, bro. I'm a Goku fan and a Superman fan. We can't be doing this.
Let's Goku.
You're gonna break his heart if he makes this choice.
Okay, I'll put it like this. Martial arts fighting wise, Goku easily clears. Now, Superman. He has Kryptonian martial arts, he just doesn't utilize it. But when it comes to them versing each other, Superman's always gonna win. Goku has better skill fighting. Yes, Goku is God tier and all that stuff, but there's versions of Superman that can clear Goku easily.
Just in case, if any Dragon Ball Z fans are watching this video, please forgive Superman.
Because I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan myself, and they can most likely agree when it comes to Goku versus Superman. The fighting aspect, when it comes to who's a better fighter, Goku, easily. Like, the skill of fighting compared to, like, Goku, that's like Goku versus Batman, right? But Goku can only use his martial arts capabilities, no powers, no matter case scenario. Like, Goku only has martial arts capabilities.
Batman can beat you.
Batman can beat me, yes, but that's just because he has a contingency plan, and I'm holding back all the time.
And that's why I love him.
Yeah, he still beats me. But if I were to really stop holding back, then yeah, that's a different story. But when it comes to Goku and Superman, that battle, Superman's always gonna win when it comes to them one-on-one, just because of the fact that Superman is stronger in a sense on what his capabilities and feats are compared to Goku's. But Goku has a way better martial arts fighting style and capability compared to Superman. So when it comes to the fighting aspect, Goku. When it comes to power and blunt force and everything like that, it's Superman. And
I would let it slide this one.
Nope. Nah. Superman clears. Not clears, but like it's gonna be a high difficulty when it comes to Goku versus Superman for sure.
I don't know anything about Goku, so I can't say whether you're biased or not.
I'll say this to kind of give you a basic.
I'm pretty sure Shadow's like, what the hell did I join into? I thought this was a Superman movie review.
Yeah, I know. But I will say, Shadow, to kind of give you a heavy summary on who Goku is and what Goku is when it comes to anime. Think about Goku as like the Superman of anime.
Okay.
To put it simply, he's the Superman of anime.
So it's Superman of anime versus Superman of DC.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Pretty much. Like, he's one of those, like, Goku and Dragon Ball itself as a series actually, like, kicked off a lot of other animes heavily. Like there was obviously animes in Japan already before Dragon Ball, but like once Dragon Ball hit, that's the one that really kicked off Naruto, that kicked off One Piece, that kicked off One Punch Man, that kicked off a lot of other animes and made them as big as what they are now. So everything is because of Dragon Ball. So
yeah.
And there's a lot of animes that have Dragon Ball references. There is a lot of shows and TV series that have Dragon Ball references in it. So Dragon Ball is like a heavy series when it comes to what it is as an anime. So
I haven't watched obviously I haven't watched the anime, but I did see the manga. It did not appeal to me, so I didn't end up reading it.
The manga is a better starting point.
Oh yeah. For most anime, that's the case if you start with the manga.
But I will say, when it comes to the manga, though, it's completely different from anime. Like it's one of those things to where if you watch the anime and then go to the manga, you'll go, "Whoa, this is different." You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the case for a lot of them. I will say, mind you, for Death Note, not so much. It was so good, so good.
Death Note.
Except the movie. Don't watch the movie. The movie sucked.
Yeah, I would say if you were to go see the live action Dragon Ball movie, every Dragon Ball fan can agree right now when it comes to the Dragon Ball live action movie, we all hated it. If you accept that as a movie...
When they start doing live action with anime, especially if it's produced by someone in the US, it really sucks. It just it's not the same.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
But back to the movie, because I feel like we're getting off.
Sorry, yes.
The movie. I would also say, like, for future movies, when it comes to DC, Superman was definitely a good starting point. Like, Superman was definitely that kickoff. You know what I mean? And now we gotta wait for the Supergirl movie, because I feel like the Supergirl movie is gonna obviously be a tie-in and add on to it, and it's gonna basically have the continuation of the story in itself, and it might unlock a lot more for a later on thing. Like, I feel like James Gunn, he is currently working on the sequel to Superman, so that obviously will tie into the movie, and you'll understand that. Then we have the Supergirl movie. Then apparently he is working on Batman, the Batman 2 for Robert Pattinson, so he is getting a second Batman movie for him. We have Henry Cavill. Yeah, apparently. Do you think Dragon Ball Daima is better than GT? Daima is better, yes. But for the aspects of Batman, when it comes to who's playing Batman in James Gunn's universe, apparently, from what I was told, Henry Cavill is actually going to play Batman for James Gunn. I heard it said.
I mean, I think he could do that.
But I feel like I hope so, but at the same time, I feel like that'll be weird. Like, you just got done playing Superman. Now you're going to play the person you just fought. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go play the person you just went up against now?
Let's all keep our expectations low.
Yeah.
Just in case.
But from what I've heard, apparently Henry Cavill is confirmed to play as Batman for James Gunn's universe.
I mean, I'm not upset about that. I feel like he could do that very easily.
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer him actually as Batman over Superman, but I think that's mainly because of the writing for him. I don't think that's his fault.
Yeah. I can definitely see him playing Batman though. But I mean, at that point, it's just like, dang, you were just Superman. Now you gotta see Superman after you just got done being Superman. You're not gonna feel some type of way. I don't know. I feel like if I were to play one character and then like get like kicked off to the curb to play a whole different thing or not be that character and then come back as the other character that I just got done fighting in another movie, I don't like that. You know, like, I feel like, oh man,
I'm okay with it.
I don't know, I can't do it.
It's far enough apart.
Fair. But I heard that was a confirmed, so I'm holding it with a grain of salt though. Can Flash beat Quicksilver in a race? Yes, easily.
Yeah, Flash had the Speed Force.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say.
I was gonna say Flash is beating Quicksilver easy.
Yeah.
Current Quicksilver though.
I'm assuming. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. From what I heard, apparently the current version of Quicksilver, I think Quicksilver is actually faster now. But from what I've always known, Flash is still faster. But go ahead, Shaq.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that your favorite character from this movie was Superman, but I'm curious if LowSpec was Lex. Because Lex was
For me, it felt like we are watching the movie through the Lexus side. You know, from the eyes of Lex Luthor. The thing with James Gunn, what he did with this movie, he actually made this movie in a way where we can see the movie from the Superman's perspective, and then we can see the movie from the Lexus perspective, and then we can see the movie from the crowd that's inside the movie. So it's like he was able to capture all three into one and express that into a good emotion. So for me, I felt like that's actually great.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think it was really good the way they did that.
Right? Yeah, this movie starts with the eyes of Superman. So we see the starting from the eyes of Superman, and then when we go to the side of the Lex Luthor, he actually makes a really good argument when he goes to the Pentagon and he says, "What happens if Superman turns on us? How could we stop them?" It's not just Superman he hates. He hates every single meta-humans that is not humans.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So, and it's very, very clear.
He actually put up with a really, really good argument like that makes everyone shut their mouth. Inside that scene, even Rick Flag is like, "Oh shit, I'm a pro Superman," and after listening to Lex Luthor and seeing all these things, he's like, "Oh, now I'm regretting my decision." That's really done in a great way in this movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
DC Fanverse said, "Nah, the rumor was laid to bed. Henry Cavill has no DC project at the moment." He also said Lex is his favorite, and so was Crypto. See, Lex is a favorite with this. He was so well cast, so well written. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's for me like Nicholas Hoult was able to capture both sides of the Lex Luthor. One from the Silver Age, who's not like a tech billionaire, but is actually a fraud. And then the other side is actually the tech billionaire, which is from the new era. And he was able to capture them both. And sometimes I felt like it's a Michael Rosenbaum who played Lex Luthor for the Smallville series, and sometimes I feel like he actually got into that really in depth. How he played that thing.
Yeah.
His expressions, his emotion, the way he speaks, the way he walks, is actually, I felt like I'm watching literally a Superman comics, and also the TV shows, everything. So Nicholas Hoult did a really great job.
Yeah.
My favorite character is actually a kind of a tie between Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho. Metamorpho was such a sweetheart.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Metamorpho as a live action first, he did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And I love the way he went to his family after his son was rescued,
100%.
and then when he placates Guy Gardner as well with the, Justice Gang. What a great name! He's such a sweetie. I just want to give him a hug. I might have a little crush.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I said. I mean, imagine we get Metamorpho as our ally in DCU. The game.
Yes.
He can be great for the controller role.
Yeah.
Yes, true. That would be so cool.
He can, give us more power because he's literally giving the power to Superman. He's creating an artificial sun using the elements, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense him for being a controller character.
Yep.
Cross all your fingers and toes, and then maybe they'll bring him in.
I hope so. They already have the model in the game because he's in the Hall of...
Yes.
Yay?
He's in Kondak.
No. Yeah, he's also in the Kondak, but we can get styles from him, right? In the game.
Oh, yeah, in House of Legends. And
House of Legends, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he looks great. I've seen some people try to recreate him. I think Iconic Simulation did. And we need a shirt that works better to get like that split across his chest to get the two colors. Because, I would love that. I'd love to be able to create him. You're away, Superman.
But let's all agree that Mr. Terrific is the best part, because if it wasn't for him, Superman would have never got out.
Absolutely! Great character. I'm so impressed with the portrayal of him. So good.
And James Gunn was literally so smart, like, how are you able to find Superman? Because he put nanites, like secret nanites inside everybody's bloodstream. And I thought that was weird.
Okay, wait.
That's weird, man.
No, I'm not gonna lie, that was weird, but did anybody else find the fighting the giant kaiju scene hilarious? With Guy Gardner. With Guy Gardner, when he pried his eye open. That was the funniest thing throughout the movie.
You know what, me too.
Nathan Fillion is so charming. He made that character so likable. I loved him.
Yeah, the Guy Gardner scene where he was fighting the kaiju was hilarious. Superman was just can we not kill the thing? And they're all just no, we're killing it.
No, yeah, exactly.
That was hilarious to me.
And also, in the movie, when
You're away,
Mr.
LowSpec.
Terrific Go finds a Superman, you see like his the monitor he's using for the screen, like it actually reminded me of the Arkham Asylum games, the Arkham games where Batman used the satellites and he's able to see what happened, right?
Yeah.
Have you played Arkham games, Shadow?
I have.
No.
I played
I've
one.
seen them, I haven't played them.
So in that there's a vision called detective vision, right? So it can create what happened and how things went down, and Mr. Terrific is using a similar kind of technology in that, and I thought that was really a great scene, like how they tracked Superman inside and what they were doing with Superman and where Superman went in. That scene was on par. That was really good.
Alright, so to catch up the chat a little bit, he says, yo, soon enough I'll be joining you all, no problem. We'll see you soon when you can. Yoser Gamer says, I can see you there. If you're here, join us. We're
You're welcome to join us. Yeah.
We're on here under the Superman statue.
Yep.
He also says, what is the strongest Superman forms? From what I know, the strongest one period is Cosmic Armor. Superman Prime 1,000,000. Trinity God, I think, is another one that's pretty strong. Milkman Man. What was another one? Superboy Prime, I'm pretty sure, was another one. There's a lot. Just to put it simply. There's a lot of Superman's strongest forms. He has a lot of them.
I'm totally with DC Vanverse on that. That he said the Lex is the same as Heath Ledger in the Joker. Without them, the movie wouldn't have been that strong. I completely agree.
That is
true.
So
Everybody agrees.
Lex was fantastic.
I will say, like, it was a Superman movie and everything like that, and I was hoping for a lot more Superman best stuff, or base things, but Lex Luthor, he was definitely a key point. EU, Fanverse, EU.
Am I the only one who feels like Hawker was useless in the movie? Because
even
if nobody,
you know what?
Like, even if you take her out of the movie will still happen. Like, I don't know why James can put Hawkgirl into that.
Yeah.
And we didn't learn enough about her for her to be that interesting. I felt like she was kind of just barely there.
And also, every single time she's actually, Oh, sorry, shut up. Please go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say she did sonic cries like Black Canary instead of like a battle cry that Hulk Girl does, which I found weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought that was
weird?
What's the most weirdest thing? Every single time she do that, the camera focuses right on her mouth.
How hilarious! Every single time I see it, I was like, yo.
And all I can see is with her right eye and her mouth.
I'm like, can you not scream like that? Like, why does it have to fly into her face every single time she screams?
I don't know. It was weird.
It was funny.
I don't know. I mean, James Gunn is known to be like for making metaphors and other stuff. I believe he's like woman screams a lot. You know, he once said that in an interview.
What are you saying?
I think. Hey, what do you think that hashtag Super Shit Monkeys thing was? That's actually James Gunn is trying to say about the Snyder Cult. You know, that's actually the Snyder fans. That's the metaphor. That's the metaphor that James Gunn was trying to do that. So the same metaphor is used in the Hawkgirl scene. Like, women scream too much, they talk too much, they don't shut their mouth.
That is true. So
I mean, I can agree that I definitely talk too much.
Yeah, right.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just like, when women screams, they don't shut
I know how you feel now, LowSpec.
Oh, come on.
I thought we were friends.
Right. So we have he says the strongest version of Superman used to be the Cosmic Armor, but nowadays it's the original from comics like Earth Zero. That is true. That's true. David Sharp, he says, I would say that Mr. Terrific is a cool essential part of the movie, and I think that the other heroes fit into the movie but did not overpower the movie. I agree.
Same.
Like, I honestly thought that they were going to overpower the movie, but I'm actually glad that they didn't. So I 100% agree. He says he beat all the Arkham games, and Arkham Origins is my favorite. DC Fanverse, obviously EU or ES, and we are on the EU side. For people who are just now seeing the live, we're going live, we are on the EU today. Yoser Gamer says you haven't seen my Batman yet, though. That's fine. It's a first for everything, so I'll get to see him now with us.
The thing is, this movie was really competent when it comes to the storytelling. Even though the facing was, even though sometimes we feel the facing is out, but still it was a better story than what other previous movies have put before.
That is true.
I did really like the story. It was very nice.
It's really hard to pull a good Superman movie. You know, it's easy to do a Superman TV show because Superman is like a complex character that need to be explained in a very lengthy way. But you know, you can do a Batman movie very easily, but you can't do a Superman movie so easy without you know expanding the story. You know.
Yeah. So it says, do you think Hawkeye beat Green Arrow? Ugh. Eh.
What was that reaction? Are you okay?
That's a maybe. I can't really say because their archer ability.
They're both just as lame as each other. No.
Yeah, like their archer ability, they're good, but I don't know who's really better than the other.
No, they're both a tie. That depends. They're both tie when it comes to that.
I laughed out loud when Superman.
They don't have super soldier serum or anything, just hand-to-hand combat.
Hey, Keith says I laughed out loud when Superman got annoyed seeing the monkeys type hashtag super shit. Yep, 100% agree. And Yoza says
hashtag super shit.
So Yoza
I don't think you're the only one.
Yeah. Yoza says look on nearby for his Batman, and I'm looking at your Batman currently. Well done. I do like your Batman look. Well done. You did really well. He is nearby, so he's not
nearby.
He's down there on that rock.
So we could do inspect. Okay.
Yeah. And
you know, you could just come and join us.
Yeah. Black suit Superman, gotta love it.
Ooh, you do look great.
Oh wow, that's like
nice.
Zack Snyder Justice League Superman.
You know what? I'm actually kind of jealous because I don't have that emblem, sir. Actually, I'm kind of jealous because I did miss that emblem. I missed that emblem.
Yep.
I missed the House of L. I missed the classic Superman emblem the first time, and I missed the BVS as well. But I'm honestly glad the classic emblem came back, and I didn't want to miss it. But I need that BVS to come back. We definitely need the BVS to come back 100%.
Like, it seems like they're bringing things back in that Imp Mart anyway. Maybe it'll come back that way. Who knows?
I hope so.
Don't think so. I mean, Multiverse already covered this one. Like they have that right issue, right?
Yeah. For the BVS emblem, there was a whole licensing issue. Apparently, Warner Bros. Basically just like butchered the license for when it came to BVS in game, so they completely got rid of everything. For that, so I think that emblem isn't coming back.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if it does. DC Fanverse says Green Arrow wins compared to Hawkeye. I can see it. And are you saying that because of the combat ability that they have compared to each other? I think Green Arrow does have a better combat ability when it comes to both of them.
Yeah, he does because he's trained by the, Ra's al Ghul and the League of Assassins.
Like Hawkeye, I think Hawkeye has the better archery. But I'm pretty sure Green Arrow has a better combat ability. And
oh my goodness, you're looking Batman, so dapper, Yoza.
No, I mean, Hawkeye has more gadgets when it comes to arrows.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the advantage he have, and when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, I believe Arrow will be the top leader when it comes to that.
Yozer down there in his Bruce Wayne look. Hello, how you doing? I see you down there. Come join us up here.
Yeah, you look great. I love the Bruce Wayne look.
I'm really enjoying this. Just need a cup. That was perfect. There you go. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, my mom needs a cuppa.
I am glad she is enjoying it.
No, I need some cup of tea.
Yep, you can have a cup of tea. I'm gonna have a coffee.
No problem. Definitely
Look
glad.
how good he looks.
He is
so nice.
That does look dope. Well done. I see him.
You look great. Oh, I love
look
it.
how lame I look.
Death metal Batman.
The Batman look is. It's Bat metal. It's my favorite Batman look.
If we were on the U.S. side, I would have been able to show my style, but I'm not.
Batman.
But
did you guys like the relationship between Lois and Clark in this movie?
Superman
it was okay.
DC Fanverse, well done. Well done.
Because after watching Superman and Lois, I believe they did much better than this one. That's the issue. That's the issue.
uh,
They did much better than this one. I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying this is bad. This one is
I was gonna say,
okay.
yeah. I would say Superman and Lois compared, yes, Superman and Lois did do better, but I kind of liked how they portrayed Lois and Superman in this movie. Like when it came to
Yeah,
Some of
their,
that's
it
true.
bothered me. I don't know what they were dressing her in.
it was,
Yeah,
Supposed
actually,
to be a
Shadow, they were
reporter.
comic book accurate. They were actually comic book accurate. Every single dress that
yeah,
Lois Lane wears is actually
Yeah.
directly from the comics.
yep,
How come she wears pants that are too short? Is that in the comics?
Yeah,
yep.
That's
it
weird.
is. If you,
I
if
hate
you want
it.
to know more, you can watch the Screen Crush, I believe, and
Yep.
they were literally showing every single comic book. So like every single dress she wears is actually from the comics.
Yep.
Well, I'm
And
glad they
also,
were accurate at least.
and also remember that she's wearing one brown, like a brown jacket and a white dress in one scene. I don't know whether you guys remember it. I just saw the movie today again just for this review. So that dress she's wearing in that scene is actually the like it's a reminiscent to the old Christopher Reeve movie. And that
Yeah.
Lois Lane also wears the same
Okay,
dress.
okay.
The
I'm
brown
glad it's
coat
accurate
and the
at
white
least.
dress.
But
Yeah.
the relationship between them, I found like the scene where they're. I think maybe they didn't broach it too much. Maybe that's my problem. Is there wasn't enough information for me because I couldn't tell how fresh their relationship was or how long it had been going on really.
I feel like,
which
you know
was
what?
annoying.
I actually feel like I can
Yeah,
see
it's
it. I
because
think
the
I know
movie
why.
starts after 3 years, right?
Yeah, yep. I was about to say, it seems like their relationship was more of like it definitely started to kick off. Like they were in a
Yeah.
phase, they were in like a friendship phase, talking phase, and then they got into the relationship part closer to the movies. And it just seems like at first the reason why she was like, this is why I don't do relationships is because like she actually tried to willingly give it a shot this time, and like how they were portraying it definitely seemed like it was just like a beginning thing. It
Yeah.
definitely seemed like it was just a beginning thing. But that's why I can't wait to see the sequel, so we will get the full answer to that.
Yeah. The
David.
scene. I mean, they used the scene in the trailer as well, where
Yeah.
he's giving her permission to interview him as Superman. I found that scene really odd because it didn't seem believable to me. His overreaction to her questions when he's a reporter as well and should anticipate that sort of thing seemed
Yeah.
misplaced to me.
Yeah, but
I
the thing
feel
is,
like I was about to say I kind of feel like he kind of did that overreaction thing is because he wasn't talking as Clark Kent, he was talking as Superman.
Superman,
So, like,
yeah, exactly.
He had to really like dive deep. Like he basically took himself out of that Clark Kent persona. Like that's why he was like, I'm willing to do the interview as Superman instead of doing it as Clark Kent, because like if he were to do the interview as Clark Kent, it wouldn't have been the same reaction, it wouldn't have been the same intel that he would have gave. So the fact that he did it as Superman, that's basically him being him when it comes to that interviewing situation.
See, but it felt like the opposite to me because for me, Superman has always tempered his outbursts and things
Yeah.
to be calm and portrayed a
That was-
particular way to other people.
Yeah,
So I
it's
found his
because,
outbursts to be kind of childish.
Yeah.
No, Superman is going through a lot of things in that, right? In the
Yeah.
movie,
Oh,
that
yeah, I
Superman
know.
is going through the online stuff, hashtag super shit, and then the war is going on. He can intervene in all of this. I believe that scene was really clever, what James Gunn did with that scene. Like, if you watch that scene carefully, you will see that the moment he turns from Clark into Superman, his voice changed. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that same scene is coming from the Christopher Reeve movie when
Yeah.
he's also doing the same exact thing, and all of a sudden his voice also changed.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
also,
I find the lack of calmness to be outside of what I
yes,
know of
it's
Superman.
exactly the same.
Yeah. It's
So when
something
he
different.
becomes Superman, he's like speaking from the perspective of what Superman sees, like
Exactly.
as a person who's saving everyone despite what the world thinks of him. He's going through a lot of things. Nobody's asking how Superman is feeling. And so obviously he will get pissed when people are asking him. He's putting his life, his human side to protect the people. So obviously he will get rage bait. And Lois is really clever, and she will ask competent questions that will make him very angry. And
No.
she
No,
also
I
tells,
understand that she'd ask him
And
competent
I'll-
questions, but I
I'll
think
say
rage
this.
baiting is something that
But
shouldn't
still-
have worked on
but-
him. That
yeah,
seems
but
more like
I'll
Clark
say
Kent
this,
than
though.
Superman
I'm
to
a-
me.
yeah,
I'm
but
put
still
this out
she
there.
tells him to anticipate, right? They
I'll-
already in the
I'll put
beginning
this out
itself
there,
for the
though.
scene, she told like, "Are you ready for this interview?" Because she already anticipated this thing was. She already told him this thing was going to happen. She already know how he feels
Yeah, I
from
know.
the inside.
And I'll say this. I will say this real quick. David and Fanverse put out two very good points when it came to that conversation. David said, I found her questions came off as provocative and not fact finding. I highly agree because throughout
Yeah.
their argument, from my point of view, she did seem like, yes, she wanted information more than finding facts, and she tried to sit here and really temper with how he actually felt. Like, she wasn't really like, she wasn't doing like an interview, you know what I mean? It was just more like a no,
Exactly.
I know
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
agree.
to figure
I
you
agree.
out. In
But I
Fanverse, he
still
put up
think
a scene.
Superman
But she also-
usually
but-
has enough control of himself.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
It seems
I
like
agree
a
with that.
teenager reacting
Now-
rather than an adult.
And this is where
Yeah,
this
that's
is where
actually-
this is where
I mean,
Fanverse
that's
is,
actually the human side too, right?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Human
this
beings,
is where
when they get overwhelmed with everything, obviously they go to scream and shout.
exactly.
So
No,
then
this is
not
where,
obviously.
Superman, that, and
This
People
is
don't
where-
scream and shout when they're
shows you
overwhelmed with things or every single time. Younger
That's true.
people do, older people don't.
Now this is where
Yeah,
Fanverse's point in comes in though. Like when it comes to that scene was showing him as a human, because yes, like us as humans, when we get older compared to younger, we do have different emotional aspects and reactions when it comes to certain things. But with Superman, his main goal is to trying to be a human and not be an alien from a different world. You know what I mean? Like his thing is like,
it's literally showing his human emotions.
exactly, like when it came to him trying to control his emotions, he's trying to control his emotions as a human and not an alien, because like people in this era, it's more like he basically was like, in his mind I can kind of see it to where it's like, I'm an alien from a different world trying to be human, but I'm getting hated by people trying to do good while I'm also trying to be human. You know what I mean? So it's just like, with
Yeah,
that,
I
can kinda
understand all
see
of
it.
that. I understand the emotional reaction to it as well. It's just that the scene seems like he's lacking self-control, which
That is
all
true.
adult humans
That is
have.
true.
I mean, a lot of things was going
Other
on.
people may enjoy it, and it may be relevant to comics and stuff, but for me, it made me dislike him a little in that scene.
I can
was
see
like,
it. I
why
can
would
see why.
Superman
Yeah, I
lash
can
out?
understand.
I can see
I
why.
can understand, but before the interview, he got his ass kicked by Ultraman, which he was inside the Hammer Borrelia suit, right? And then he has to like handle the Gaiju scenes and a lot of things,
Yeah.
and then he has to intervene in the war, and everything was going on at the same time. So he's obviously overwhelmed. And Lois Lane with her costume caught him off guard, which she already told him.
She
that
was clearly baiting him. Like that
Yeah,
was
she was
she was
baiting.
not
She
trying
was
to be a
baiting.
good interviewer in that
also,
scene.
the thing is,
Yeah.
when Superman was out of control of his emotion, she knew exactly where to stop the costumes. She
Yeah.
immediately turns off that recording, that recorder, right? She catches, like, she knows, like, okay, he's pissed now. This is his breaking point, and she immediately stopped the interview. That I thought like, oh wow, James gonna really like touch the attentional details. It was really great.
Now, to kind of catch up to chat a little bit, because they are
Yeah.
typing. David, I wanted to throw it out there. David, he said he came online, just arrived in my Ultra Girl villain. I see you flying around. Well
Awesome!
done.
Hello!
Yoser says he's his new 52 suit. Well done. And he made Deadpool, Ultron, Zatanna, and Barry Allen. Well done. We got that. Yoser says, I wanted to make Ultraman, but I need to get an emblem, though. Yep, understandable. David says, I disagree. When adults agree, they do emotional, but I think that equating emotional to being childish is wrong. He was being emotional, but not childish. I do agree. DC Fanverse says,
I agree on that one.
Superman giving interview to his girl. That is true, because Superman did agree to the interview and say he was willing to do so. David said, I mean, when adults disagree, they can become emotional. That is very true. Fanverse says Lois was taking an interview of a story. That is true. And she was being political where he was just being a civilian. That's also very true. She did get kind of political when it came to it. In Fanverse, you are away, just so.
Well, that's the job of an interviewer, right?
Him being a civilian, he was in all of those things, though. He was actively working
it
with
makes
those things.
sense
Him being a
because-
civilian, I don't know if that. That I agree
It
with.
makes
But
sense for the Lois Lane to ask those questions because her father is actually in the army, right? United States Army
yeah,
as the
I have
general.
nothing
So
against that.
obviously,
Also,
So, LowSpec, I think what Shadow's basically saying when it comes to the scene itself, how Superman was, it's one of those things to where she just didn't like it compared to like how he normally is, which I can understand and
yeah,
see. So when it came to how he reacted, it's one of those things to where there's obviously multiple aspects and reasons on why he did, why he reacted the way he did, but in her opinion on it, it was like she just kind of didn't like that aspect, which I agree with. Like I can kind of see it where it's like how he got emotional with it. It was something that I didn't like, but at the same time, I can understand why he got that way. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I can absolutely understand why. I can also understand why James Gunn put it in there and why it was done that way. I can
Exactly.
clearly see that he was being baited with Lois. Like, that was very,
Yep.
very obvious. And I also would like to clarify, I don't think he was being childish. I think he was behaving young, like someone
Yep.
who hasn't tempered their emotions, who has self-control. Not
That's
like a
true.
child, like maybe a
he
teenager.
is a young Superman, though.
That's true. That's what I was like. I
It
mean, he
just
didn't do it.
seemed
That's fine.
outside of what I know of Superman.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely understandable. And it's one of those things where it's just like, when it comes to not knowing how Superman is, to where it's knowing everything that we're all saying, and then Shadow having a different opinion, it's because she doesn't know much about it compared to what we do. So it's one of those things to where she has her opinion on it, but I'm pretty sure later on in time, the more she knows about Superman, she will understand, you know? But that situation in itself was a lot when it came to like emotions and the difference of views. You know what I mean? Because even for me, I was looking at Lois like, hey, this isn't an interview anymore. You know what I
No.
mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
agree
an
with that
interview
too.
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like there's it's like um she's
She
talking
wanted to
to him,
know what's
yes,
going
she's
on.
giving him yes, but like she literally wants to know like what is happening and like what is going on. She dug deep, and it's like that's something that Lois Lane does. You know what I mean? She does dig deep like that. She does get into holes. She does try to pry at you a lot, but like how she did it with him is just like, no, this is his girlfriend doing it. So like his emotions are almost like, yo, why is my own girlfriend sitting here pressing me so hard about this situation? And I was just like, wait a minute, you know what I mean? So it's like I can see both ends of the spectrum when it comes to that. That was definitely
So can I,
that was
just so
definitely
everyone's aware. I can
yeah
understand all the reasons things are in there.
yeah.
It just rubbed me up the wrong way.
Yoser says he has a channel. That is dope. If you would like to put your channel in the chat, that's perfectly fine. If everyone is willing or whoever is willing to check it out, they will. David says, thank you for clarifying Shadow. And yes, thank you for
No problem.
clarifying. But yeah, I can definitely see. Yeah, like exactly, his girlfriend was acting like Lex perfectly. Like you're prying at him, and it's
Oh,
just
that's
like,
a really good comparison.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. Like I was just like she was prying at him way too hard when it comes to that kind of situation. Like she was definitely like, yes, that's what Lois Lane
And
does, but there's like
almost using inside information to get a rise out of him, which was just
exactly
rude.
like
Who does that to their partner,
she was
honestly?
full on like at him when
Well,
it
she
came to
was
the
going to break
situation.
up with him after that scene.
Yeah, but it was like
Yes,
That's
that's
the worst
true,
that's
part.
but
true.
like I feel like that's true, but I feel like that was one of those things where it's just like you wanted to break up with him after the situation because of how the situation
So
went
for
down.
me, that
You know what I
felt
mean?
like that's odd. You know,
I don't
that's
upload
like
One
the
Piece
most
World
lamest
Invincible
thing to
Mobile
say.
Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2. Interesting. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was reading the comment while y'all were talking. My bad. I was just like reading the comment. My bad. It's for free on store though. Nice, nice. But yeah, when it came to Lois Lane, Fanverse definitely did a solid comparison. Like she was acting like Lex at that point, and like for
Yeah.
Superman lashing out the way he did in that situation, with how he reacted, I can see perfectly now why he did. Like you're antagonizing me like Lex Luthor right now. You know what I mean? Like I can understand you're a human and I'm an alien that's coming from a different Earth, and I did this, that, and third. But like now you're prying at me like Lex Luthor. Like I don't need that. You know. Um,
Yeah.
so with that situation, is definitely something. But I'm honestly glad later on in the movie they kind of squashed that situation. So, like on a good note, I'm
Yeah.
glad they squashed that situation.
Also,
I have
how come
182
no one noticed that Clark was missing?
That is very true.
No one said, "Where's Clark? How come Clark's not here?" No one said a thing. How come no one noticed? They
You know
should
what?
have,
That's very
right?
true. That's
Yeah,
very
they
true.
should have. I'm pretty sure there has to be some explanation. There was
Now,
that
okay, I think
cut
I
off
actually
something.
know. I think I actually know the explanation, but I'm gonna read this off for a second. Congratulations, Yoser, because he does say he has 182 subscribers, so that is great.
Oh, well
I agree with
done.
David.
Oh wow!
But
Congratulations.
I think I actually know why nobody really specified where's Clark in the movie. Because at the end of the movie, do y'all remember what Jimmy Olsen said to Perry? He was just like, or when Perry asked him the question, he was like, "So how long have they been good? How long has this been a thing?" He was like, "About 3 months now." Like it's one of those they knew already. It just wasn't
But they
specified.
Yeah.
knew Superman was Clark. You mean?
Yeah, like I
Because
feel
they were
like
talking about Superman in that scene.
I feel like it's one of those they know, like they've been dating even with Clark Kent and everything. Like, I feel like they've known that they've been dating. They just didn't specify.
I think that there's a relationship between Lois and Superman was known, but I don't know that necessarily says that they know that Clark Kent is Superman. But I mean, that would make sense as to why no one says
I think
anything about
Perry
it.
knows, I believe.
Perry asked Jimmy, which is funny.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, he's like,
he
"Why?
knows.
How long have they been together?"
Yeah, like he was like, "How long have they been together?" And Jimmy's just casually like, "About 3 months." Like I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
know like they have been dating for a while, but like I feel like it's one of those things where it's just like the Clark Kent aspect and Lois Lane aspect is like, that one's a 50-50, but that's why I can't wait for the
Yeah.
sequel, because the sequel will
I
clear
want
that
a
question
sequel
as well.
so bad.
He's making
Ugh.
it. He is currently writing it and making the sequel.
I know, but I want it now.
That is true, because I do want it
This
to.
is the
Oh, come
problem.
on.
I want it now too. I'm not gonna lie, I do gotta want it now. Like it's taking forever.
Well, Shadow, you won't get a Superman sequel, but you will get a Supergirl movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, but if it's the Supergirl from that movie, I didn't like her.
I'm not
She
gonna lie.
seems so messy.
Once again,
Sorry?
it's actually from the comic books.
I believe you. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like her.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah, I mean, she's not supposed to,
yeah, I was about to
because
say a lot of people aren't really hyped for the Supergirl movie.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
I hope
Yoser,
she-
as well. He
Like,
said
I
the
will
same
watch
people
it.
who types
She's
hashtag
so-
super shit.
Oh, I don't know. It's like a kind of personality that I would have zero in common with.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things. I honestly can't wait for the Supergirl movie, because I'm feeling if she's gonna be more on a serious end, like James Gunn states, I'm honestly expecting
If we
the
see Crypto.
Supergirl from. Oh, we're gonna see Crypto. We're gonna see Crypto. He's
Yeah.
in the movie.
But I hope he's the same as this movie, because that was great.
That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, he's
But,
going to be.
So apparently, from the vibe that I'm getting from this Supergirl, I feel like she's going to be. She's giving animated series, Superman animated series, Supergirl. Like I feel like it's gonna be that honest, like that serious end, or I can't remember which one it was, but it was the version of Supergirl that fought Darkseid at the Kent farm. I just forgot where it was from or which series it was from. But I can see that version of Supergirl. Like I can see her being on. I just hope they don't go nowhere near the Supergirl TV show. I agree, Fanverse. Don't go near the TV show. Please don't go near the TV show.
Yeah,
Please.
for me,
I
I
haven't
don't
seen
think
the TV show.
For me, I don't think so. She's from any of those. I believe that she's from the other comics. I forgot which version it was, but remember there's a version where she's dealing with her past, like she had witnessed the destruction of the Krypton, and then she had like seen Kal-El separated from her, and she's trying to cope up with her emotions. So she goes to the different planets and get drunk. So that way, the alcoholism helped her to.
That could be exactly.
I forgot which comic that was. I believe James Gunn is doing that exact one. In that,
I can see
Supergirl
it.
acts exactly the same. She's drunk all the time, and she's like a bitch throughout and through, and she learns from her mistake.
Yeah.
She learns
I'm
from
not,
I
her
don't know
mistake
if I
for
could
the
enjoy it
language.
from the start if that's her personality. Oh,
not gonna
that's
lie.
gonna be a
Not
struggle.
No,
gonna lie.
that's not a person. I mean, we
I,
don't know that yet, but unless we see the movie, I believe James Gunn. I mean, after seeing this movie, I mean, like James Gunn
yeah.
literally got his inspiration from Superman All Star, Superman, like for all
Comics.
seasons.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure he's getting inspirations exactly from the same comics. Like
Yep.
she's actually dealing with her trauma and she's creating problems, and
Yep.
Lobo's sent after her.
But
Maybe
I just love that scene of her though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why y'all didn't like that scene. I love that scene. She bursts through this fortress.
who
She's like,
knows?
"What the heck,
Maybe
dude? Why did you move the
maybe
door?" And he was
Brainiac
just like, "I
hired him.
didn't." Like, I love that scene. That was great. That scene was great because I like in that situation I definitely would have been Superman. Like I just watched somebody barge through a whole different section of my building. You're talking about why did I move the door and I didn't? I would have like I didn't move the door, and that makes sense on why Crypto's the way he is. Like, cause like that whole scene with Superman and 4, like he was like, and
it explains so much.
yeah, she was like,
It makes sense because she let her.
I was like, that's why he has the issues that he has now. Okay, that makes sense. But like that whole thing was great. Cosmo celebrates her first 20th birthday by traveling across galaxy with her dog Crypto. Yep, there you go. That could be a thing too. But then again, I don't know if y'all stayed after the end credits. I know I did, and
oh yes,
I seen the scene where the little picture that the poster that's been posted on X a lot when it came to Superman and Crypto in space sitting on the moon, and Crypto was hugging him. I think Crypto's his now. I think Crypto's
it kind
Superman
of seems like
now.
it a little.
It kind of grew.
He went through a lot.
Yeah, like it seems like he was just like, yeah, no, you're done with Crypto. It's like I'm not giving you Crypto anymore. He's mine.
I literally thought Crypto was going to die in this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I wasn't expecting him to. I just didn't like how he was less aggressive.
Because knowing Lex, he would definitely done that.
Yeah. But I just didn't like how Crypto was less aggressive. Because Crypto in the comics, man, he is aggressive when it comes to like protecting Superman and fighting with Superman. Like he kind of gets aggressive with it, and it's just like the fact that he got beat so easily when it came down to the engineer, and that's probably like one of the scenes that I'm talking about when it came to like ones I hated. Like Crypto got one good shot, and then next thing you know that was it. Like no, I wanted to see Crypto tear the engineer's face off. I don't know.
I didn't understand why Crypto didn't use his laser vision. You know, the laser rays.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't have his heat vision.
And maybe he could also done. He could have also done his super barking, which is super strong.
Yeah.
Maybe he hasn't developed it yet.
Yeah, he did seem like he was really young.
Like it definitely, he definitely did look like puppy stages. So I don't think he developed that yet. But
yeah, maybe they develop later.
That's why I was like, I hope he does it in Supergirl movie. Like if he does it in Supergirl movie, then all right. But like the fact that he didn't have it in this movie is kind of concerning. But I will also honestly say another scene that I didn't like too much, but I liked was like how Superman was in that river, and he decided to use his frost breath very late.
Yeah, push himself backwards, right?
Like he used his frost breath very late. I was like, really? You definitely could have used that. You thought about using that now? And then honestly, I would say the same with heat vision. You decided to start using that now? You could have been did that. Like you could have definitely started using your heat vision way earlier. Could have used your super breath way earlier. You could have did a lot of things way earlier. But I would say hands down one of the best scenes was when he had started spinning a whole bunch of those villains around, and that heat vision spin that Superboy ally does. Oh my god, that was probably one of the best scenes hands down. And while fighting hands down.
And some of the best scenes that Superman does is actually when he fights the Lex Luthor, the army with the Lexo armor, you know?
Yep. You know what else? I don't think anybody caught it. I don't think anybody else caught this, but I caught this, and I'm honestly shocked that James Gunn did it. But there was a Henry Cavill reference, and it wasn't like it wasn't something you would have caught. Like, let me see what David said first.
When?
Before I'll tell. One second. It says,
Okay.
David says, that's why I'm thinking they could sneak her in fighting the Battle State of Kendor because she's traveling around the galaxy. That is true. Now, are you guys still be on DC tomorrow? I might not be. I'll be on later, around the same time. But I might be on the US side when I get on. But the scene that my best scene was Crypto's puny god moment with Lex. 100%, hands down. But
Yeah.
the scene that kind of gave a Henry Cavill reference that nobody were to really pick on. Like, I know it might sound like I'm prying at it, but when Superman was fighting Ultraman and when he snapped his shoulder out of place into off Ultraman, or smack Ultraman into that building or wherever it was, like, that was a definite Henry Cavill reference when it came to when Henry Cavill was fighting Zod. And even though, yes, he could have did a lot more or something different, he actually decided to take that drastic, like, no, I'm going to break something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Henry Cavill snapped Zod's neck, but then for David Cornsway, he's like, I can't sit here and do anything else, so I'm just gonna pop my shoulder out of place and break my shoulder dang near and just smack him into it. Like, I feel I got that same like vibe when it came to that scene. I don't know about
Yeah, James. When it comes to metaphor, James Gunn is the king.
Yeah, I was just like when I seen that scene, I was like, ooh, Henry Cavill immediately. I was like, oh, there's the Henry Cavill reference. You know what I mean? Like, he just snapped his shoulder out of place purposely. Ow, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it got the job. Like, yeah, it got the job done, but ow. And then I thought about it. I was like, Henry Cavill snapped General Zod's neck. Yeah, same thing. I was like, yeah, same thing.
Yep.
Like, golly, just break something to get something done, I guess. All right.
And also, Green Lantern was done really good in this one. It's way
Oh,
better than what they did with the Ryan Reynolds movie.
He did way better than I expected him to.
Yeah, when it
Me
comes
too.
to that heart light, you know, that green heart light, I was literally skeptical how would it look like when the movie comes out. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It looks really great.
When Guy Gardner was sitting here pulling the hands out of the sand.
I know.
One of my favorite scenes ever. Because, like, as I'm watching that scene with my cousin and my friend, all I see is my cousin moving his hands up with the middle finger up next to me. I was like, yo, what are you doing? he started cracking up, and I'm like, yo, what are you laughing at? And then he just starts moving his hands up with his middle finger up. I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. That
He's
was probably
allowed
one of
to
the
now.
funniest scenes. And then another.
I also like the scene where that kid is crying for Superman, like he's praying, like Superman would come and save him, and all of a sudden, Guy Gardner shows up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
kid.
Right? Sorry, kid. Wrong thing. Superman can't make it. But you got an
That was
upgrade.
awesome.
He said, "Sorry,
kid
kid.
smiles
Superman
looking
got
at
an
him.
upgrade." I love that.
Yeah.
Another funny Guy Gardner scene was definitely when they were fighting the giant kaiju and he pried his eye open and started like hitting his eye repeatedly.
God, that's
Yeah.
That scene was hilarious because then you had Hulk Girl doing dang near the same thing on the other side. That was great.
That's it. I mean, like that kaiju scene was actually great. Like it actually shows like how how Superman feels.
Yeah.
For instance, like he also at the same time he's trying to save everyone. He also wants to save the kaiju because in the comics he have this zoo where he keeps all the exotic aliens, like the animals.
Take care of it.
He also wants to save the kaiju. He doesn't want to kill it, but all of a sudden Mr. Terrific is like, "Come on, man, really?
Come on, bro.
This thing,
we can't listen."
Yeah, it literally shows like even for 2 seconds, even though Superman is trying to fight that thing, he still wants to save that kaiju.
Yeah.
That literally shows him he's a better Superman.
Agreed.
Yeah, I really liked that he was trying to save it.
Yeah.
And Guy Gardner's reaction was perfect. It was just so good.
Yep. Like, really? Alright. But, like, I won't lie. When Superman saved even the squirrel was impressive. him saving the squirrel, him saving the dog, and the dog was just staring at him. He's like, "Yo, move!"
And also
Like,
saving the child, that slow mo.
and
Yep.
the child. That child scene is great. Saving the
And
girl
also,
from the car, the building.
yeah,
That scene was amazing. That scene almost made me cry. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "What?" No shot. That one was
The
great.
moving under the ground scene I found a little weird. That part where he's
You know
like,
what? Yeah.
no,
he
that
could have
is
got out of there
also
much sooner.
no, that is also from no. That won't happen because he's only like his power level is at 87%. He's still charging. He still needs more energy, but he got his ass kicked by Ultraman in Hammer of Arabia, the suit, and that scene where he actually crashes down on the street is actually directly from the comic books.
Yeah.
The literal scene is actually from the comic books.
My thing is
Fair
now
enough.
with the year 3 thing in the beginning, who was he really fighting? Because he just got smacked into the floor, and we didn't even see who fought him. Like, if I was the villain,
And
I just
also,
smacked
yeah.
Superman to the floor, I'm gonna make myself known. You know what I mean? Like, after I smack you into the floor, I'm coming at you still. You smack him to the floor.
Yeah.
The thing
he
is,
gets-
in
was
the
just laying
comic
there.
books, he's actually fighting the Kryptonians. They smack him to the ground. In this, yeah, he's kind of like fighting a Kryptonian, but he's a clone. Who's
Yeah,
Ultraman.
but like, I mean, it was all late. Like, he showed up all late, and this is like the beginning of the movie, and like, you just get thrown out of nowhere. Like, who threw you? You know what I mean? You're that close to the Fortress of Solitude. Who threw you and smacked you to the Arctic that hard? And then just to go back just to fight a kaiju.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But then I can see it to where it's like he was fighting Ultraman because when he got back to the city, he was fighting Ultraman, just in the bigger suit.
Yeah.
So it kind of adds up to that. So that I kind of answered my own question with that one. But
I mean, Ultraman is actually twice the stronger because he's already wearing a mechanized suit and he already
Exactly.
possesses the power of a Kryptonian, so he's very strong. Every punch he gives, that's like 2 Kryptonians hitting Superman at the same time.
exactly. It's just
So it
like,
makes sense for Superman to feel that weak, you know? And also,
Yeah.
that scene is actually from the comic book Superman Bright Right. I don't know how many of you have read that thing. It's actually that same
I
image.
have
If you
it.
take it out, yeah, it's
I
actually
have
from
it on
that.
my phone. I definitely I gotta read it.
That's one of the best comic books, Superman Bright Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Birthright. Yeah, sorry.
Birthright I heard was pretty good comic series for Superman. But yeah, no, that scene kind of ended up making sense after. But then, like, I don't know. Did anybody else kind of feel weird about the engineer? Like, the engineer
I
was
liked
kinda
the
like,
engineer.
she was great, but like, it was one of those characters. that
She's
was
more,
like,
you know, more underwhelmed in this movie. Like
Yeah.
they shows you like they show her as some kind of a huge threat that she can beat Superman. Like she can put nanites inside his lungs and she can blind him, but it doesn't matter. He just take her up into space and just smash her right down on the floor, and that's it.
Like, it was kind
And
of like
that
the
scene-
engineer.
I'm
that
annoyed that she's
seriousness, you know?
alive and we don't get
That-
to see anything about that at the end because they say she's breathing, but we never see her get up. We never see anything
Yeah.
happen with her. We just
Yes,
know she's
because they're
alive.
saving her for the that other James
next.
Gunn project.
Yeah. But I would have liked to
Yeah.
have seen just like a cutscene at the end when we got to the ends of the credits or something where she got up or something.
Yeah.
So
And
the threat
you know
is
what?
there,
I'm
but,
not gonna
yeah.
lie. Even with that scene when he flew up to the sky, she did have him engulfed fully. Like, she even
She
got
did a
into
good
his
job.
lungs,
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
how? Like, when my cousin asked me that question, how is he still breathing and how is he still going? I started to question it because I'm like, you know what? You got a point because his lungs are filled right now with nanites.
Yeah.
How is
Yes.
he actually breathing still?
Oh,
Like-
the way he chokes that thing out, you know, the scene that reminded me of that scene from the Aliens.
Like, I'm like,
A little bit, yeah.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you put it out from the throat. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, but then I'm like, at the same time, with that scene specifically, like, I can understand, like, yeah, he started to fly up because his face was covered, but then, like, when I seen the radar scan and all the nanites were literally filling his lungs and covering his full lungs, I was just like, okay, yeah, actually, how is he actually breathing right now? If my lungs were filled with nanites, I can't breathe. How are you breathing?
Yeah.
Your lungs are filled with nanites. But then I kind of pointed out to my cousin, I was just like, he's an alien. Like, His lung
But the thing
capacity
is, you know,
his lung capacity is completely different. And I'm like, no.
We
but
don't know where the
still,
level
you
is
know,
because in
Yeah,
some
exactly.
iterations, can't he just fly through space? Like,
no,
we don't
it's
know
not
Yeah,
where.
about that. The thing is, Superman also possesses a
Superman.
little bit of speed force. He can face that object through his body. In my
That's
mind,
true.
Yeah.
when I saw the scene, I'm like, I've watched Flash
He's
1,000
Superman.
times, and he can face the object, you know.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, wait, if Superman has super speed, why couldn't he face those nanites out?
Yeah.
It doesn't
See,
make any
see
sense
you
at
over
all.
there. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel like with this James Gunn Superman, like he definitely gives all star. Like he's powerful, but like I feel like he gives more animated series. Because if you think about the animated series, he's like, yeah, he does things, he's powerful, he lifts things and all that, but like he still gets his behind whooped at times. You know, like he's not at his full potential. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, he's been doing this for 3 years and everything. So when he locked in on the baseball field and stuff like that, when he locked into that, it was just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he locked in. Like now we're getting good, but it's like, how good is he? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
David has the
Yeah.
perfect explanation on the lungs scene. He's Superman.
He's Superman.
He's Superman. That's the perfect iteration. His body can fight. Good fire, smells very strong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure when it came to that scene, like his lungs were definitely just like, I'm powering through this. I don't know about you. You know what I mean? Like
But
his
the
lungs
thing
are
is,
definitely
if
like,
that scene would have made more competent if that nanites have like a little bit of kryptonite in them, like a
yeah,
miniature, like nano version of kryptonite in them, that would have severely weakened him.
yeah,
But in this, it's like nanites is invading his lungs, but he somehow is able to take out Superman. It's like it reminded me of that scene from The Boys where they, you remember the character that can turn invisible in season 1?
I can't remember the name, but I haven't seen the boys.
Like his
But I know I have
outsides
a
are
friend that
strong, but
does.
his outsides are very strong, but not his inside.
Ah, okay. So you think it's like the opposite for Superman?
Yeah, it's like James Gunn is getting inspiration from that. That's how I felt like when after watching that scene.
Translucent.
Translucent, yeah, that's it. Thank you, DC Fanverse.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that now.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's Superman, like David said. He's Superman, so that's what I
Superman.
went with. Look, that's what I ended up going with. I'm like, he's Superman, bro. Let's just be honest. It's it's fighting. So
I liked that Engineer did seem like a threat to him, though. Otherwise, there's no
yeah,
risk, right?
but then
I enjoyed that she was actually something that could potentially hurt him.
yeah,
I know that you guys are saying it doesn't really 100% make sense
no, it makes
that
sense.
he was able to get all the
Oh,
way
she
up.
can be a
But I
threat to
mean,
Batman, though.
sorry.
Yeah.
She can be a very good threat to Batman if you try to fight her.
Batman with no superpowers.
He'll EMP her. He'll just poof.
Yeah, but Batman, I mean, without the prep time, Batman is dead. But with prep time, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he was able
He's
to
gonna
stop
EMP
Cyborg.
her. He's
Yeah.
gonna EMP the mess out of the engineer and go, yeah, you're done. But like, it's one of those things for the engineer. Like, I agree with Shadow. Like, the fact that she was like a threat to him. Yeah, see, fan versus EMP, she's done.
And also, she reminded me of the T-1000 from the Terminator 2 movies.
Yeah. But like, I will also say, like, with Superman, she was a threat to him, but the fact that he used her as a rag doll to smack
Yeah.
Ultraman was hilarious.
That was
just
so
me?
good and long time coming.
Yeah, like, or just Hacker. That is another good one, fan first, just Hacker. But like the fact that he was really sidewinding with her attached to his arm, just swinging her around in a circle. It was just like, all right, yeah, you have some battle IQ, bro. That's anything.
Yeah.
Like, I would never think to do that. like his battle IQ is kind of hard to think of. Like he even threw a kick at Ultraman throughout their fighting. I was like, since when does Superman throw kicks? Like, I know he does, but like, since when does he throw kicks? Okay, and usually when it comes to using weapons, he never really does. But he over here using stuff as a bat. What in the world? So his battle IQ is something different. So like, I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Like his battle IQ is different. But like the things that he was doing definitely need to be questioned a little bit more. Because he not only did he do that same thing to Engineer, he also did it to Ultraman too. He smacked him the same way across the wall, and then just decided to go, nope, you're going down now. And I'm like, okay, he getting his lick
But the
back
thing
from the
is,
baseball field.
but it did nothing to Ultraman, even if he slammed
Oh
them both
yeah,
down to the ground.
I know it definitely didn't do anything to him, but like the fact that he did it to him is the thing. Like that's the battle IQ part. Like the fact that he thought of it and he did it and it worked. Yeah, you got it, bro. I'm not fighting that version of Superman. I'm sorry. Like he has things I didn't ever think to see Superman ever do in a fight. But like the majority of it made sense. The fact that he was swinging him around and everything like that, but then again, I feel like that's just because of the 3 years of experience. That he
Well, it's been just 3 years for Superman, right? So he's not very good with hand-to-hand combat.
That's what I was like. I think it was because of the 3 years prior that he had that kind of just developed it. Like now, I definitely need to see, kind of going back to it, need to see that sequel to just see everything beforehand that happened, like all the 3 years worth of stuff that we missed, if it's even that. But all in all, I loved the movie, and the movie was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the more I watched, the more I realized how good it is. It's not perfect, but it's actually a good movie. It has a competent story. What it needs was pacing. The amount of things just James Gunn just shoved into it, it didn't have the room for breathing. You know, it needs some time.
I liked that there was no room for breathing. It made me feel like everything's happening really fast and there's like urgency to it.
Yeah, but that's not the way to, like, you know, most of the fans, they needs to resonate with what they're seeing. Like, they will come with a lot of expectation. A lot of expectation they will be entering.
I don't know, I didn't find anything went too fast for me. Every concept
I feel like
long enough, at least for me.
You know, for instance, like, you like the Shadow, you like the scene that Metamorpho, right? But you wish you could have seen a little bit more of Metamorpho, like, how did they got him?
But
why is he
the
there
movie had too much in it to add more scenes of
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If you're
I also
introducing
think
something,
they should have had less of the snog at the end. That took forever. They could have added some other things in. I mean, we all think there wasn't enough of Hawk Girl to like really know anything about her.
God.
Or,
see,
like,
everybody forgot about Hawk Girl. Nobody even cared about Hawk Girl. That movie would have been
now.
Yeah. Like I feel like when it came to the movie, I feel like for me at least, it wasn't suffocating, but the events of it were going a little fast paced. Like I can see like some people were just like, yeah, it's a good movie, but then it's just like
give it time to breathe, right?
Yeah, like it didn't settle in a lot. Like it kind of goes back to when I was saying like how whenever he did something Superman related or like he did something heroic and all that, it was a fast-paced thing, the music was fast-paced, everything was fast-paced, and then next thing you know, it cuts off short. Like I feel like that cutting off short, part.
There are things that should take its time, like it should have some time.
When it came to that,
the thing is, they kept too much time on that Lois and Superman interview. They kept too much time on that, and the scenes that needed more time. The scenes that needed more time, James Gunn didn't do that. He just immediately cut off to the next scene.
That's what I'm like. When it came to that,
1 second, you know, 1 second we're in the Bravia, and next second we're with the Lois. Like it doesn't make any sense.
When it came to that, like cutting off the short aspect of certain scenes or moving on to certain scenes, it definitely was that golly. Like that was the breathing room we had. Every single time it got cut short, that's the breathing room we had. Like, all right, we sat here and seen him do something epic. Breathe for a second, marinated for that quick second, because next second he's already on to something else. So it's just like, wait, what? It cut off short. I didn't like it. It didn't marinate for a second. And then when it did, it's only replayed on social media 100 different times. Like, that's the only time we get to see it marinate. When it's on social media, it's memes and TikTok posts and stuff like that. Because that's all I see every single time I do look at stuff. But yeah, it was definitely still a solid movie. Like it was definitely something that we really needed, especially now. But we need a Superman game now. That's all I need. Just give me my Superman.
Oh yeah.
They've been asking for that forever.
Literally.
I mean, everybody been screaming to have a Superman game, and all we have is Superman 64.
No, not even Superman 64. Superman Returns. best Superman game since.
Oh, yeah, that one. But that's for PlayStation, right? That's just PlayStation exclusive, right?
Xbox.
That one. Xbox.
Yeah. But like even
we
then,
can't play
still
that
like that was
all we
all
have is
PlayStation
this
2,
game.
Xbox 360. This is probably the closest game. You got Undefeated as another close game to do. Yeah, there's a lot.
There was a fan who was building a Superman game, but I heard Warner Brothers got wind of it and told him to cut it off. Told him to cut it off.
Yeah.
That sucks. That is understandable, but still sucks.
But,
Fan-built games should be really fun.
Yeah. The fact that
fans can make better games these days, so...
Yeah, agreed, yeah.
Like, that's actually insane. I played the Superman arcade game at the 7-Eleven I worked at in 1988, 1989. That's it. I don't even remember that game. I wasn't born, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how many have you played Anthem, but if you had played Anthem, I would suggest, Warner Brothers, if they ever make a Superman game, I tell them to take notes from the Anthem, because the flying simulation in that game is really great. You actually feel like you're a Superman.
Yeah. That is very true.
I haven't played many games where the flight is as good as this one.
Undefeated is also great.
Oh, Shadow, you still gotta see Undefeated, don't you? Or did you see it? I'm pretty sure I sent you playlists of Undefeated. I don't
remember.
I definitely think I did. Because I have a playlist on my channel.
Yeah. Is that game free now?
Oh, okay.
It's Undefeated. Undefeated is free for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Sweet. I probably have it then.
Yeah, you probably
you should get one.
Definitely a high-rated Superman game at this very moment. At least Superman-based game that we have. I remember playing it, but not how it was.
Undefeated Genesis?
Undefeated Genesis is the one coming out next year.
Next year.
Okay, sweet.
So the one that we're talking is Undefeated. So
all right.
The old one.
I'll look it up after. Yep.
So that one's definitely a good game to look into. It's a quick-based game, so yeah. I can't wait for next year. No problem. I can't wait for next year though. Undefeated Genesis is going to be a whole different thing. Not a whole different thing, but it's going to be more of an open world thing. It's insane.
I don't know, maybe one day Warner Brothers listen to the fans after the massive flop of Justice League Kills the Suicide Squad, which is still with me, and I haven't even played it. I still have the game, but I haven't played it.
I haven't played it, and I don't even think I have it downloaded in my library either.
I don't know if I want to. It seems really mean.
It just seems like one of those games where I'm just gonna look at it and go, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. The way they ended Batman was so
the way it ended Batman, the way it ended Flash, the way it ended Superman. I was like, yeah, all of y'all getting embarrassed. It's like, y'all are annoying. Y'all just ended them off this easily? Ain't no way. Can't do it. But that game...
though, he's much more smarter, and he's so much better.
But
he's the best character in that game.
But then again, they were all Brainiac mind controlled, so...
And, spoiler alert, they were all clones.
Yeah, they were all clones. They weren't even the real thing, so I mean...
Doesn't that make it less cool to play?
Yeah, I mean, that still kind of makes it less cool to play. But
it's kind of lame.
DC Fanverse says it was good.
I mean... the game, when it comes to the gameplay, I mean, it's fun to play with friends. Like, if Shadow and Superman is with me, the game would be really fun if you play with friends. But if you're alone, oh god, that awful AI is so bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to just also thank Rose for a second because she did put it out there 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure we're past that though. I'm pretty sure we're past that. But thank
She's
you
always
for that.
keeping the time. It's very nice.
I love that. We always have a timekeeper. Because sometimes even when I'm in Multiverses lives or your lives, I'm like, golly, 5 hours? Woo! Oh,
Yep.
like, okay, we're
I
doing
know,
this.
right? Time flies.
We're doing this.
Power
But,
of friendship.
yeah, when it came to the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game, it definitely was one of those games where I was like, I'll pass. Not out of just the simple fact that like, I'm doing the Suicide Squad instead of the Justice League. I was just like, yeah, you're killing off Superman and Flash and Batman. I'm good. Like, there's no way you're killing them off. Because I can never see that happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one of those things where it's like, these guys, out of all of them, two
You cut out for a second. I have no idea what you just said.
No, I was saying like for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, like the fact that they had Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark be the ones to kill the Justice League, they definitely could have did a whole bunch of other people better, even.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The thing is, they had a lot of
thank you,
like,
Rose.
they have a lot of choices to pick for the Suicide Squad. They could have picked
Yeah.
Bizarro, they could have taken Mongo, but no, we're gonna go with the Harley Quinn because she's gonna kill Superman with the baseball bat.
Exactly. I was just like, you picked them. Like, I would have liked it if it was like,
They could have picked Banshee because Banshee can use a supersonic scream to immobilize Superman's ear. They could have done so much.
Silver Banshee. They could have did Atomic Skull. They could have did Metallo.
Yeah, definitely.
You could have did a whole Metallo.
It would have made much more sense, but no, they want to sell the skins, because Harley brings in the money. Wherever Harley is there, it brings in the money. That's the thing. And also Superman and Flash, they have super speed. Why not just... Flash literally kills Lex Luthor using the super speed. He just takes the heart from his chest, right?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened for Flash. But I'm not gonna lie. Flash was he was kind of a savage in the game. I won't lie. That version of Flash when he was a villain was a savage. I'm not, like, the fact that he dodged that bullet and then he was just right behind him like, did you get him? I was like, oh, he is a savage in this game. Wait a minute, what?
It shows what Flash can do.
Like he sat there, and as soon as the bullet went off, all you see is Flash talking about something. Did you get him? Like, what?
Seriously, why didn't he make the bullet? And Boomerang looks at him like this. Really? I told you so.
Yeah, like, you thought it was a good idea to shoot him? What? Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that was probably hands down the best scene in the game. 100%. 100%. There ain't no way.
Boomerang is the smartest one in that. That's the thing.
Oh,
in the movies and the comic books, they portray him as an idiot, but in this game, if you actually look at Boomerang, everything he says, everything he do, he's actually the smartest character.
Exactly. Like, he said, he was like, are you sure you want to shoot the Flash? Like, that's the Flash. Are you sure? Takes the shot. Flash just like, did you get him? And Boomerang's just like, see, told you. Like,
I mean,
what did you expect?
If the developers used their brain, the game would have ended in 2 seconds because Flash would have literally ripped their hearts out from their body.
Like, the fact that, but that's the other thing I didn't like about the game. Why were they nerfed? Like, Flash could have ended them easily, immediately. Not even that, just Superman
and also, yep. And when it comes to Boomerang, I told you, like, he's the smartest one. Like, after beating the Flash, I mean, before Flash becomes the evil, Amanda Waller gives them the mission to find the Flash and bring him in. And, after a while, they misses the Flash, right? And everybody will ask Boomerang, where's the Flash? And all of a sudden, he's like, I know exactly where he is. And he stomps on the ground and stops him vibrating. That's the best scene.
100%. I know exactly where he's at. Boop. Like,
the Flash was, facing. He's using the vibration, and he was like invisible. And all of a sudden, Boomerang, he knows he's smart. He's like, I know where the Flash is.
And I think that was when he had the super speed bracelets on, correct? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
He definitely
Shavana, Dr. Shavana, he made that super gauntlet.
Yeah, he definitely knew where he was at. But like, yeah, I mean, we got that game though. And surprisingly enough, I don't know, I'm kind of a nerd. I play Roblox. Some of the Superman games that they got on there are pretty dope. They're better than DC's. I'm not gonna lie. So, and I do actually, I was gonna do another DCO channel update because I did kind of finish that Fortnite aspect now that that season's over for Superman. So I'm kind of done on the Fortnite end with that. Minecraft, I am open to do videos more, but that might be the only video. But I did want to plan on doing a few Roblox videos and shorts and stuff like that to show off like at least some or the majority of Superman games that are on there.
Oh wow!
Cool.
But that is something that I do have planned out, and I do have another. I have so many videos planned out. It's not even funny anymore. Like I'm just like, well, I can't remember anymore. But I do have a list that I have to start getting down to the level of not having anymore until I find other ideas. But yeah, no. Does anybody else have any more things on the movie though? I feel like it could be that time to wrap it up. So does anybody else have any?
It's already 4 o'clock for me.
Yeah, I was like, it's 10:12, and I got work tomorrow for the next 2 days, so I gotta deal with that. But does anybody have any final thoughts? Anything that they would like to say before we do wrap it up? Because I'm willing to listen out.
Next time, if you're doing a Superman movie, just keep it like be more Superman and less so many other characters. You know, just have a contained story like where I can experience both Clark Kent and Superman. Instead of just jamming every other superheroes into it.
That is very true. I feel like the sequel.
Actually, there was barely any Clark Kent in there.
Yeah, that's
exactly. And also, I mean, sometimes I feel like this movie is more like Superman is guest starring in his own movie.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I feel like
I mean, a lot of it was terrific, like Mr. Terrific specifically.
Yeah, it's terrific, and it's Lex Luthor. It's mostly Lex Luthor. If you look the timestamp, it's mostly Lex Luthor who's more in the movie. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, one of the other best scenes, just to throw it out there, is when Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane were at his garage. That was probably one of the funniest scenes. She was like, you have enough money, you have your own spaceship, but you don't have enough money to get a proper garage. And he was like, it's still a work in progress. Like, it's just like, yeah, bro, I would have done the garage first. Like, David says, I was so irritated that they sold out of Crypto's plushies at the theater.
They have Crypto plushies?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie.
I need to go to another country.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
we did not have those.
Yeah, so
you can get it on Amazon, right?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. If you have a Target in your area, you can probably get it there because they do have a whole section. Walmart, you can definitely probably get a plushie from there because I know
they can buy from them.
I will say in my area, yeah, like we had toys and stuff out way before the movie even released. There was just a whole section. I was like, wow. I even got my own cup from the movie. I have my own cup.
Yeah, we had the cups and like a popcorn container. That's what you could get.
So I was kind of mad. The movie theater that I went to, they had the Superman cup with the little Superman symbol I can like put on top, and I can use it as a keychain if I wanted to. But they had that, and I was trying to find the glowing fortress looking one. I wanted that cup, that blue light up fortress cup. That's the one I wanted, and I couldn't figure out where to get it. I might have to order it on Amazon. I'm definitely gonna order it on Amazon.
It's okay, you can get it next time.
Yeah.
I know, right? But yeah, I mean, all in all, I bought the 2 cups and the huge popcorn bucket at the theater. Nice. Yeah, I got me.
Well, either ways, the movie's really good and much better than Fantastic Four. That I would say. My personal opinion.
I like Fantastic Four more.
Nice, David. 3 ones are dope. You like Fantastic more? I
did. I enjoyed it more.
Okay.
Don't worry, we can change that. We can change that. Don't worry.
He's convinced he can change my mind.
Okay.
Yes, I can because the
LowSpec,
climax.
You are away.
I mean, you can't change my mind about which one I enjoyed more, because I enjoyed them both at the theater, and I watched Fantastic Four already, so I already enjoyed it more when I was at the theater.
Yeah,
but I mean, there are factors that could influence that.
I will say, personally, and this isn't like a bias when it comes to being Superman and everything like that. I liked both movies because I did recently, today's Sunday? Yeah, I seen Fantastic Four last night, actually.
Yeah.
David said, my sister and I like Thunderbolts. I won't see Fantastic Four until it comes out on Disney Plus. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Cinema Mark sold the Light Up Fortress Cup. I have to find one then, because I was just like, I couldn't figure out what movie theater did. But I might definitely have to look it up. Or look into it. What was I saying? But the
You like
Fantastic
both
Four,
movies.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I lost track. But I liked both movies. Both movies were really good. But I would say when it came to which one was better, I would say Superman because of the storyline aspect. That was
Exactly.
I
I agree
feel
on
like
that one.
I feel like Fantastic Four was one of those movies where it's like they're not gonna show
Look,
too
Fantastic
much.
Four is
They're not
good.
gonna.
It's
They're not
better than
gonna.
its predecessors. It's good, but when it comes to storytelling, Superman is ahead.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
and
that.
I feel like when it came to Fantastic Four, it was one of those like it was a filler movie. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a lot of action, wasn't a lot of storyline because it was a filler movie for Avengers Doomsday because they're actually showing up again in Avengers Doomsday. So it's just like it's just one of those movies where they're not going to put too much in it because of that simple fact. You know what I mean? Like it's a movie to build up to one of the next ones. So like I would say Superman was better on the storyline aspect when it came to that, and it just seems like with Superman in itself, on how the movie did compared to Fantastic Four, Superman cleared. You know what I mean? Like Superman definitely did clear. So
You know,
it's just like
I can't say
and I
the
think
movie
that the
without
majority of people
spoiling,
would agree
so
with you too.
yeah.
you know
I'm
what?
not.
We
I
cannot.
honestly, I don't know whether I like. I enjoyed watching Fantastic Four at the movie theater with my family more than I enjoyed watching Superman at the movie.
Fair.
And also, there's characters I can more relate to in Fantastic Four than there is in Superman. So
Fair.
that's probably why
Yeah.
I have that opinion.
Fair.
But I don't
get-
disagree
I
with you
get
about
that- I get that
storyline. I
part,
think you're both
but-
correct on storyline there.
Yeah.
Thing is, the climax of the movie is really bad. We cannot say without spoiling the movie, so it's best if you guys are doing another review, we can do that again for Fantastic Four.
Yeah. We don't want to
Okay.
spoil
An
Fantastic
analysis.
Four for David.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
spoil Fantastic Four. We're not gonna spoil it, but let's just say I'll say Superman hands down clear.
Yeah.
Out of circumstance.
Amen on that, I agree.
As of this past Friday, Superman was the number 3 movie for the year, the most money-making superhero movie of the year, as it should be. Correct. Correct. I think it actually it was like it hit the 400 million mark or something like that.
No,
For not spoiling it.
it hit
It was like
600
500.
million right
It
now.
hit 600. Oh, okay, I thought it was, last time I checked, it was 400.
Superman is ahead of Fantastic Four when it comes to box office. It's doing well internationally.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There you go. As it should be. But like, I feel like it was just because I just feel like it was just because of the fact that that movie was a highly anticipated movie because of how many people didn't like Henry Cavill. You know what I mean? And Zack Snyder. Like, I feel like that's why. It sucks, but I mean, it's what we all kind of wanted and needed at this time, and it's just like understandable. But like, dang, you know, like y'all just kicked Henry Cavill to the curb. It's like, okay. But I mean, we'll definitely not spoil Fantastic Four. But I will say, David, you will enjoy it, but you'll still probably like Superman.
Yeah, it's still a good movie though.
Yeah, it's still a good movie, but you still might like Superman more. Because I personally liked Fantastic Four, but I still kind of like Superman more because there was more action, there was more of a storytelling, there was more of a lot of things. But you'll see when it comes down to it.
It's like an extended version of conversation between Lois and Clark. That's what
Exactly.
Fantastic Four is.
Exactly. But with that being said, Fanverse, Rose, anybody in chat, does anybody have any final thoughts before we wrap it up? And we can get last opinions and last call for opinions on anything. Shadow, LowSpec, if any of you would like to sit here and throw out an idea or anything that you have planned later on for your channels, you are welcome. Shadow, I know you are doing a live stream soon. If I remember correctly,
Next
you're doing
weekend.
a live stream next weekend. I'll try to make it.
I'm going to be creating my first male character on the US server.
Oh boy, I definitely got
God, I hope I get a day off so I can play with you guys.
I'm not gonna be off, but I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try
Cool.
to make it. It's gonna be late.
Thank
but I'm
you.
gonna try to make it. Hit us, Fanverse. What's the question?
Oh, he's got a
Yep.
question. Excellent.
Yep, he has a question for all of us. While he is typing that, though, Shadow, if you would like to just throw out all your lives that you have planned, you are more than welcome. LowSpec, if you have any video ideas or anything like that, you can definitely say so. You can also
Oh,
throw
not
your...
yet. I've been really busy with the work, so if you guys could just subscribe to my channel, that'll be much helpful.
Definitely. Alright, so David said, thank you for the stream. It was fun to watch. Talk about the movie. Looking forward to creating Firestorm in the stream. No
Yay!
problem, David. And DC Fanverse says Man of Steel or Superman.
Oh, that's a
I have
complicated
to learn how to
question.
use. And David said, I thought I would have to use how to learn Atomic. Atomic, it's really easy to use. Just from experience, I will say it's easy to use.
It's just an annoying sound, Atomic.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No reasoning, just one to choose. That one's hard. I'm not gonna lie. That one's difficult.
Look, can I say my opinion?
I would say your opinion
course.
because mine is definitely gonna be like a...
Look,
Yeah.
when it comes to the cinematography and the way Zack Snyder portrayed the Man of Steel, like Superman, it's really good, and I kind of understand why people like that version, because it's like a realistic approach for the Superman, from my perspective. But when it comes to story and when it comes to the comic book accuracy, I would say Superman is much
reasoning.
better.
Oh, so he's saying no reasoning, just in general.
No reasoning.
Just pick one.
Okay. Superman.
Superman.
Sorry.
Yeah, Superman.
Okay.
No, wait, like with no reasoning at all as an option, Superman.
Superman. It's easy.
Superman.
Come on.
How bad do you want to explain right now?
I want to explain, but my explanation is just gonna be as simple as like I liked Man of Steel, you know what I mean? But like for me,
Look, there are some good scenes in the Man of Steel.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the Man of Steel, there was a different thing. Like I don't know. I feel like for Man of Steel in this current Superman movie, I can see both iterations because of the kind of person I am. Like I like having that hopeful side. You know what I mean? Like Shadow. All of you know when it comes to like my personality in itself. Like I do have a hopeful side. I show you that hopeful side. I show everybody that hopeful side. But then like when it comes to battling and stuff like that and other things, yeah, I have the Henry Cavill side as well. You know what I mean? Like when it came to like me soloing lots of bosses on my channel, when it came to me like soloing raids and stuff like that, I feel like that's my Henry Cavill side. You know what I mean? So it's just like when I seen Henry Cavill, when I seen Superman and David Cornsweat, like I was just like, I have both and I seen both and I can understand and utilize both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. I see it as a 50-50.
I knew you'd explain.
Yeah, I couldn't. The urge to explain was just there. I had to. But
I know.
with no reasoning with no reasoning at all.
I mean, it's not easy to answer that question without reasoning.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I will say, if I were to really just pick with no reasoning at all, I would say Superman. Just no reasoning
I mean,
at
if
all.
you compare both the stories, come on, Man of Steel have more action, I agree. But when it comes to storytelling, you have to give James Gunn the hands off.
No, yeah.
Yep.
That's I'm like with hands down, no reasoning at all, just pick Superman. But with reasoning, I'm 50-50. You can't ask me that question. So that's one of those.
I mean, James Gunn is really good in cinematography. I will tell you that.
You know what?
Zack
The
is
fact
really
that I'm not gonna lie,
Zack
I
is
actually
good.
seen a sorry to cut you off. I've seen a video of the behind the scenes of that flight scene that he did, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty dope. It actually looked kind of dope. I was like, oh wow, that's how he did it. Okay, I can't get mad at it. I was like, can't get mad at that.
Zack is good with camera, but he's not good with script writing, so I never give that man a script. The pen to write a script. I will tell you that I will argue with anyone with that. Like, Zack is really good. Like, if you give him a good script, he will, like, literally give you that the perfection what you're looking for. When it comes to Gunn, it's kind of the opposite. He's really good in script writing.
Yeah. David said, for in-game Superman, I just want to make my Superman as close to the classic Superboy and the original superheroes. Okay. That'd be dope. I feel like that's probably kind of easy. Maybe. I don't know.
We're pushing right next movie. The writers from the Injustice game.
I don't know.
They're really good when it
Boy
comes to
has completely
storytelling.
lost it right now.
He is contemplating a lot right now. I'm looking at him on the screen like he is contemplating if he wants to be up here or be down there.
Yeah, he could not decide. He's decided to abandon us, clearly.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave. I can't go
Screw
anymore.
you guys.
I'm done. Bye.
He's like, you made my head hurt. I'm leaving. I started overthinking. I'm going away.
We were over-explaining.
Yeah. It was like, I'm overthinking my placement. I'm leaving.
Yep.
But with that being said, I just want to say thank you for everyone who joined live, and thank you Shadow and LowSpec for actually joining me in this live and
It was a great pleasure.
planning this out. I also just want to say thank you for being able to also get me onto the EU side. You know, starting off my EU side.
Oh, no.
Showcase
Yeah.
good when it comes to my first live on EU. So
No problem.
being able to do this on the EU side instead of US side, it is pretty different. So being able to just do it on the EU side and having two people that are also on EU there with me, it helps, you know. I
Yeah.
honestly wasn't expecting how it was gonna go when it came to the EU side compared to like how it is on the US side. Because like my US side, I'm so comfortable with being there, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm comfortable there, and it's just like I probably have more subscribers on the US side than I do EU side. But at the same time, it's just like throwing out the EU side, where it's like I had a lot of people commenting that plays EU, you know?
Yeah.
So
Because then you get to play with some other people too. It's nice.
Exactly.
I think we all have more subscribers from the US side just because there's more players over there. So.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
DC Fanverse says, alright guys, good night all. Check out my channel for the James Gunn English for Superman movie, so enjoy. We'll do Fanverse. I'll definitely
Excellent.
check it out. Because
I
think I did
the links
look at
to
it.
his videos on my Discord if anyone wants to follow his stuff. He posts the links, so that makes it a little easier too.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, so I definitely appreciate everyone who showed up to this live and being able to just talk and enjoy it. Especially for the announcement of me being on the EU side. So this is the official announcement. I know I posted it as a post on my channel already. But I just wanted to be able to have that full live talking announcement that I am now on the EU side as well as the US side, and I'm going to try to get onto the EU side more, just to be able to enjoy having everyone with, and obviously enjoying the other side of the community, same as I do on the US side. So being able to have both and being able to just utilize both, it just feels great, you know. Now I don't have Xbox or Switch like Miss Omniversal over here, Shadow. I don't have all that, but thank you for her because she was the one to get me on the side. So I highly appreciate you, Shadow. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
And definitely just, you know, I hope everyone enjoys this live, and I hope everyone enjoyed and had fun. I hope everybody got their opinions out as well. So if you didn't get your opinion out there, definitely just leave it as a comment. Me, Shadow, and LowSpec will definitely, hopefully, leave a comment in agreeing, disagreeing, whatever the case
I'll
may
come
be.
back.
So definitely leave your thoughts in the comments. Also, just remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. If you are new, I don't say that too often. So definitely just have a good one, everyone. And I love you all. Much love. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good night. Wherever you are. I hope y'all enjoy. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.